It's not pressing.
Well, we're Ooh, I like that song, but a little slip on the live. How you doing, YouTube? What's going on? The Toy Daddies are here with another Toy Pick Community a top 10 and a very, very special guest. So, hello, no chewing. What is going on, my friends?
What's up, Mr. Yimbo? It's only 76 episodes. We can have slip ups still, right?
Exactly. Well, this is, like we're not professionals in this area. We're just trying to get better each and every day. And Senor Toy.Father, good evening.
The slip ups are the best part of the show. I really do. I can't wait to clip that one.
Yep.
Add it to the one where we thought we ended the stream but didn't, and we kept talking.
I'm super glad we know very quickly that or the chat knows that we were still there. That's great.
And hey, I would like to point out that we didn't turn heel suddenly after this. What we thought this stream. It's not like all of a sudden. No, this is all us all the time, baby.
That's our future after dark. It's just all heel.
No dark Yimbo over here. Don't worry, everyone.
I have a No.Chewing on here. If I really want to, it's the same name.
Well, chat, hello, guys. We have a very special guest. We are back in it again, just like talking to amazing people from around the toy world. And today we have another member of the Hasbro team, specifically from the Marvel Legends that we love. Would you like to bring in our special guest, Choo Choo?
What's going on, Dan?
Yo, what's up, guys?
Oh, man.
Thank you. First of all, thank you guys for having me. I know that I always try, to be honest with you, I try not to be on live streams because, like, I cuss too much, but hopefully I won't cuss. And, it's honestly, I'm going to ask you guys a lot of questions, too, because, like, just for the chat to know, like, I haven't met all these guys in person ever before, so it's going to be like a learning experience, like getting to know these guys too. So yeah, thanks for having me, and hopefully I don't slip up,
Well, that's okay. We're, we are the Toy Daddies, so we've all slipped on our cardigans, and we'll remind you in the style of Mr. Rogers that, watch that profanity, sir.
If it gets real bad, I'll go get the buzzer from my game closet and just start clipping every single time.
And if there's anyone that slips up with the swearing, it's probably me. Typically when it turns like 11 o'clock. So.
Oh yeah. Some people probably know. Like, if I don't sleep, like I cuss like a sailor. I was on like Wade's live stream one time, and it was like I had like 2 hours of sleep, and all I did was like cuss every 10 seconds. So shout out to Tuesday Crew and to Umbrella Universe.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, dude, like, speaking of sleep, I know last night, this is not interesting to anybody, but it helped me greatly. But my work week has been kicking my butt. And last night I passed out at 7:45. It's my earliest recorded bedtime.
What a great feeling.
Oh, it did feel really good, though, waking up today. It was very refreshing. I did need a hard, I described it as a hard iPhone reset. I needed it. So,
what time did you wake up?
Well, at midnight to pee, and then again at 4:50.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Dang.
Again, we're don't let the gray hairs. I'm not that old, but also getting old.
And to fill you in on Yimbo's backstory of being old, yes, there's grays, but he also wears an old man chin thing, like in Marley from A Christmas Carol.
I haven't been wearing it lately. I've been okay. I haven't had the
that might be affecting
stress.
your sleep. You should put it back on.
I've taken a break from wearing it too.
Yeah. It's just when as needed. But then, so
sponsored by Chin Strap sleepwear.
Don't think that's what it's called, but yeah.
So Dan, I gotta ask. So where did you where is your origin story in terms of getting into the toy industry? You don't have to give us whatever speed version you want to go into, but where did you start? Was this what you anticipated? Getting out of school, was this what you wanted to get into? So how did it all begin for you?
let me flip it first. Look, because
Okay.
again, I don't know you guys that well. So
Fair.
like, what about your? I'll listen to your origin stories and try to like see how I should like match it up. You know, because I got like long version, I got short version, medium version. So like for like Toy.Father, Chris, like I mean like. How'd you get into this like gateway of like toys, and you know what's your passion like with it, and you know what's your origin story, and then maybe we can go around.
That's great. I don't think we've really when we've talked about this, but we haven't done it in a while, so this is a good refresher. I always loved comic books from the start, specifically Spider-Man and X-Men. I remember very much like going to those comic book racks and getting the Jim Lee, like I think it was number 7, where it was like a split cover of Wolverine and Omega Red, and it's just their faces. It's like a red cover.
Yeah,
That was like one of my first X-Men, and then one of my first Spider-Man was a Tombstone and Robbie Robertson. Like they get trapped in a jail together. I think it was a Spectacular Spider-Man. But
Tombstone reference.
Yes, I loved comic books, and then from there, when I would always occasionally get toys. I mean, I grew up getting toys, but I didn't collect really toys until around high school, college, and that's when I got into like Toy Biz, Spider-Man Classics,
nice.
all of those. Like Spider-Man Classics, I went all in. Like I got
Same,
every one of them. I got 2 of everything. Right. Went to KB, got the Scarlet Spider twice. Got the Spider-Man 2099 twice. Like all those.
Dan, he still does this today. He ordered like 4 Scarlet Spider-Man.
Yes.
3.
Thank you.
3 and 2 Superior Spider-Man. Maybe 2 more. You gotta have that in box. So I was an inbox collector. Loved like keeping things in box. And it wasn't until the pandemic where I saw on Instagram like people were taking pictures of their toys. I'm like, this is a good outlet just to let them breathe. And so I started taking them out, and then started to do like stories on Instagram. Then I started to get into my DSLR camera and do like photography. And so learning photography on top of learning lighting and all that. And so that's where that's kind of like our stories. That's my story into like toy photography and collecting. And man, the pandemic really amped up my collecting. So
that's awesome. That's awesome, man. Is like Legends your like bread and butter, or are there other like not to like, you don't have to say that because I'm here, but like what is your
No, Chris, you say Legends first, and then you say the second one.
Legends is what's got me started in this, right?
Okay.
And there have been times where I'm like, I'm not going to buy any more Legends, but I would have to say this, like I can't stop buying them, because the newest stuff that Legends team that you guys have been putting out has been so fantastic that it's hard to pass up. So I find myself picking up like everything. So but I like, Mezco, Mafex, SH Figure Arts, all those stuff.
That's dope. That's dope, man. Yeah, and none of you guys don't feel like you need to plug Legends or anything like that, because I'm
No, it's hard not to. I mean, like a huge, like probably the largest portion of my collection in the last 4 years is Marvel Legends. So like it just is.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Well, Chewy, do you want to get into your little origin story?
Yeah, I'll go back to my childhood since Chris did. So with comics, I started off with it was a 20-pack from Costco that my mom bought for me, and on that pack you'd have like the 2 better looking books on the outside, on the front, and 2 in the back. The other 16 books are kind of fillerish, whatever. But one of the comic books was X-Men #1, and that's how I started. I think I was like 6, 7. I probably shouldn't be reading it, and I definitely figured out how to read at that point, just for that. And that led me down this road where my vocabulary was of like a 14-year-old, but I was 9 because I was reading X-Men comics and like and these graphic novels from the library, because even back then they had those available. I'd say for collecting toys, well, toys, everyone loves toys growing up, and I certainly one of them. My parents loved buying toys, so I had a lot of cool stuff growing up. But then, you fall out. I think I only got back in after my my MBA, and I was working in Boston at the time, and I'd walk by Newbury Comics all the time.
Yeah.
And it was Star Wars Black Series, that first wave with Luke in the X-Wing pilot suit. It was when everyone first started seeing Funko Pops. So that was the first thing I bought to be in my cubicle was a Nightwing Funko Pop.
Nice.
And so that just led me down that path. But as it relates to toy photography, getting this pandemic, it was right around the time my mom passed. So first, I dove into painting, like watercolor stuff of like superheroes and whatever. I'd hang them up on my kids' walls, and they're still there to this day. They love it. They won't let me take them down. But I had no traction. It was like I was talking to the void on Instagram, and that's what No.Chewing was for the longest time, for like 100 posts. And then it was Mitchell Wu on that Disney Plus special where Hasbro also showed up in that same episode. You can't see it anymore. It's highly exclusive now since they took it off Disney Plus.
They did.
But Mitchell Wu explained, and he's been on the show a bunch of times. And
shout out to Mitchell Wu, for real.
Beautiful person, like one of the nicest, sweetest people in the world. And in that episode, he explained what toy photography was. And I swear within the next day or two, I dusted off my old SLR that I used to travel with, and I was taking pictures of Groot in the snow. Like you fall, down the path of Sir Dork tutorials, and you just end up posting every day because it was pandemic. There was nothing else to do.
Yeah.
And then I ended up watching these two as they have IG shows and YouTube shows that they started that fall and summer, to the point where I'm messaging Toy.Father about like lenses and cameras. And then the HasLab Sentinel shows up. I was like, dude, check this out. Because, it's still shocking today what when HasLab boxes show up at your front door and it's over half the size of you, and you're like, oh my God, what have I done? How will I explain this? So that was the first time I did an unboxing. Chris was like, oh, you should do it live. And my immediate reaction to him was, okay, how do I do that? Like, I was like, where's the button? I've never done it. And then he said, go on with me. And then we ended up streaming together for a year before the three of us got together to do ToyDaddies.
Yeah.
That's
and
awesome.
Here we are. And here we are.
And here we are.
6 episodes later.
So I'll keep, I'm sure people have heard me ramble about my origins before, but Dan, this is your first time hearing it. So like for me, it was toys. Like my earliest memories are like 3 years old, having like snippets. Like I knew I had like the Secret Wars. I still have them. The Secret Wars Spidey, the Doctor Doom, the Captain America. I was always so pissed that it was like a holographic shield and not the actual Cap shield. I was always so mad about that. And then like Batman, Super Friends, the Batmobile. So like it was TV, but it was like stuff from the 60s, like this old Spider-Man card. Like we were so like, kids these days don't know how good they have it when it comes to like what they can watch. So like it was that. And then like when I was in 5th grade, I had a friend get me into comics, and I ended up getting a C in math, and my mom was so mad at this kid for getting me into comics that it was like ruining. And I was like, no, I'm like, they're the best thing ever. Like fell in love in the comic side of things. And, just then the toys, Batman, again, for comics and the shows and the toys all just became part of my identity. And that was all through. And I always say, like, I probably hung on a little too long. I definitely, kept my toy love closeted for a little bit in middle school, then into high school, but I still loved them. And then, I went on my hiatus and started buying collectibles when I was trying to be an adult and all of that stuff. And, but I was still buying then again, like Spider-Man classics. Like I had bins and bins of those, which ended up funding so much of the collection when I started doing all the toy stuff. And again, I was December 2019 was when I like started my Instagram page, and then I discovered toy photography. It was all these guys from Malaysia and Indonesia, and I'm like, what is this? This is spectacular. And then meeting my, American people like that I could like then conversing with about it, and then seeing Mitchell Wu too was like the big thing that really just solidified. Like, wow, this guy's made like a career of this, and this is a thing that I've just been enjoying. And Actually, tomorrow is my 3-year anniversary of live streaming, and that's all thanks
Dang,
to
yo.
ToyFather and the show that he was still doing, but Toy Talk. Like I was a guest on there, and here we are. Like literally the next week, I was like, oh, people seem to like me talking about toys on the internet. I guess I'm going to keep this up. And it was like the next week I started Yimbo buys everything. And it's not really the case these days, but I still buy a whole lot. And they are still a lot of legends, not to not to just kiss your butt, but they are. And 3 years later, a lot of toy photos and just a love of all of this stuff, man. It's the best. It literally puts a smile on my face every week when I get to hang out with these guys and talk about toy photography and all these action figures, unbox some stuff. It's fantastic.
You know, it's funny what you said about reading comics and like your mom being mad. That was the first time, you know, we joke about it now about like collecting toys. It's like, it's better than if I was on drugs. That was the first time I ever used that argument with a human being to be like, it's comic books. It's better than drugs, Mom.
And the funny thing is now, like I'm an ELA teacher, so I use comic books in my classroom and graphic novels. It's just how funny how life comes full circle. So yeah, man. Oh, it's been a lot of fun. So yes, so Dan, so what about you? Where did you start with like the toy? Should we use the word addiction? I mean, because it is to an extent.
Yeah, no. So let me. I'm not trying to take over the show, but I just want to say first off that, like, you know, for me, like hearing those type of like almost like testimonials of like the origin stories, like that motivates me a lot and that brings me a lot of joy. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like work sometimes, even if it's toys and what I do, I feel very blessed with my job, like 100%. But it is frustrating and it's very like negative sometimes, right? And so like for me coming on here, meeting you guys, hearing your origin stories and seeing how much toys influence your life, you know what I mean, and like blow your hair back, like that kind of stuff makes me motivated. It makes me super happy. So I appreciate you guys sharing that. And yeah, it just takes me back to like pre-pandemic when people started just, you know, doing these, or during the pandemic, I should say, when everybody had like an influx of like live streams and stuff and like getting together to get in a community. It's just been crazy. And just to be a part of that, some people might say I'm taking advantage of that, so I apologize. But like I feel like I'm, you know, just witnessing some like awesome community building. And so I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, I'll make it like pretty quick because I feel like I always say this origin story and it's kind of like boring to people now. But for me, I got into Marvel specifically through the X-Men and the Spider-Man cartoons in the 90s. And that was like my first gateway drug. That's why 97, I don't know if you guys have seen the last episode today, but
we're all abide by the 24-hour spoiler-free zone.
Yep.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah.
That sound effect is very warranted for this giant size episode.
Yeah,
right. We can say it was awesome though, right?
Yeah, sound effects, one word answers. Yeah, good.
It was awesome.
It was special. It was special, and it just made me feel like I was a kid again. And to be able to share that experience with my wife, who is not really a Marvel like aficionado at all, and to see her understand why, because I used to always tell her like, more than the Avengers, no offense to the Avengers, like the X-Men is like the real team. You know what I mean? Like the X-Men is like truly like what Marvel is about in terms for me. And so seeing her like enjoy the show too, that brings me back. Yeah, so I got into Marvel stuff specifically through the shows. I used to always go to the library, and in the library there used to be like one-off trade back like, you know, comics. And one of them was an AOA like paperback. And when I thought about X-Men, I used to always only think about, you know, the show. And I was like, what is AOA? Like, why is like Rogue like making out with Magneto and shit like that? You know what I mean? It blew my mind. It made me so angry. But then I kept reading it, and then it became one of the most influential like comics for me. And that's why I always try to like push AOA to people. But yeah, fast forward, like I grew up very poor, and so I never got to actually collect toys. But my dad is a pastor, and he like church members would always drop off toys, right? So I used to like collect a hodgepodge of like my own like action figures and like Beanie Babies and stuff, and create my own worlds with those. That was like my hobby. Like that's how I made stories. And I would just go to Toys R Us or KB Toys and just like look at the walls. You know what I mean? And I never got a chance to really like collect as a kid. But to me, toys were really special. And when I went to get my MBA, I had this opportunity like just to apply as an intern. And Hasbro at that time had a very, very, very good MBA internship program. And so I had to apply. And then in that program, you have to compete basically between like 10 MBA students to try to get a full-time offer. And so me and like 3 other MBA students from like different like Ivy League college. I didn't go to an Ivy League MBA, man. So it's like I'm competing against like Ivy League nerds who like are 10 times smarter than me. And just by God's grace and luck and some hard work, I got an offer. And
That's awesome.
And people always think that in Hasbro, once you get that like intro, you get to just choose wherever you want to go. But the reality is, it's like, no, man, my first brand was with Baby Alive. And I always tell this story. Like, I love Baby Alive. I thought when I first got Baby Alive, I thought that was like the worst brand for me, right? Because I didn't know nothing about baby dolls. And I wanted to be like on Nerf or Monopoly or Marvel or Transformers or something. And they were like, no, you're going to Baby Alive. I was like, oh, man. But yeah, Baby Alive really has like cool engineering to it, how to make like Play-Doh turn into poop and shit like that. And it was awesome innovation. They had like IR lasers so that when you cut the hair, it looked like it would retract and come down and stuff like that. And I really loved Baby Alive. But then in Hasbro, there's like this toy store where we sell our own product at like a discount for employees. And then I just saw like Hasbro Marvel Legend. And I was like, oh man, here we go. And it just took me back to that first, like one of my biggest fights ever was like, I had one action figure, which was Spider-Man. And I don't want to say who it was because I still talk to this person, but I'm pretty sure this person stole my Spider-Man. And I was furious. I was like, I was crying to my mom. I was telling her like, yo, I gotta get this thing back. And like my dad was like, no, that's not the Christian thing to do. So I was like, no, like I don't care. Like Jesus will forgive me. It'll be good. Like, you know what I mean?
We'll do that next week. But today, yeah. So like it just took me back to that like moment where I lost my Spider-Man, and I was like, let me try to network with some people and see if there's like put my like name in the ring just in case if Marvel ever opens up. And yeah, like I networked my butt off. And then one day when I was on vacation with my lady, I got a text on like WhatsApp, and I didn't even know who it was. And it was like the VP at the time who was hiring, and they were like, hey, we're gonna put you on Marvel, man. Do you want to work on that team? And I was like, yes, please. I was in Barcelona, Spain. I just saw Messi score a goal, and I was like, this is the best day ever. Like,
yeah,
I still remember that day.
Did you hear the?
Yeah, it was so good.
I feel like someone told us this story. Your story. Was it Mr. Stevie?
I don't know if it was Stevie, but
because I remember
Mr. Stevie. But like either way, like.
Yeah, someone saying that you were a big Messi fan, and then you saw him score a goal, and then you got an offer.
Yeah, I did. No joke.
The story. Oh, that's
I love Barcelona. I love soccer, and so it was first time ever I went to Barcelona to see that game. First time I ever saw Messi play in real life. I was like, I could see him breathing. You know what I mean? And he scored like a goal, had 2 assists. It was Champions League. And then, yeah, while I'm a little drunk, I'm walking back and I get like a WhatsApp text and then a voicemail. It's crazy. And at the time, like I didn't even know who Ryan was or Dwight, to be honest. And then usually there's like an interview process where like Ryan and Dwight would interview me, right? But the VP at the time really needed somebody bad to help out Ryan, and so they were just, this is the interview, and as long as I didn't f this up, like that's how it was gonna go. And luckily I didn't f up, and yeah, it was by God's grace. I really can't say it was by my effort. It was by luck. So a lot of people, I say this story because I just want to really emphasize when I meet people, especially at cons, they always try to ask me like, how do I get in? You know what I mean? And I think it takes a lot of passion, right? Like I think I've seen Blainer things on here, right? Blainer is like 100, 300% passion, talent. He knew how to like get through those doors to where he wanted, right? Like he's like a better person than I am, right? I just very, very much got like luck, you know? And what I'm trying to say is you should find that combination of always putting yourself in a position where, you know, you can be blessed with luck, right? And like really working hard. So while I was at Baby Alive, I was working my ass off and just trying to make a name for myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't think it's like just luck, but I guess my point is like, I can't help you guys get jobs at Hasbro if you want to work at Hasbro.
That was Chris's next question. Okay, Chris,
like,
no, it's
my bad, Chris. I wish I could have that power, but I am a lowly person on the totem pole still. So with all my
when we see VP next to his name, we're gonna hit him up on WhatsApp.
I got a WhatsApp account. I'll hit you up.
Yeah, no, but I've been really blessed, man. That's the origin to the team. As far as like just origin to the community, like what I realized as far as a marketing perspective was, and no offense to anybody who was there at the time, there was just no communication between the community and the brand at all. And so what I was trying to do, like kind of guerrilla marketing style, was like I opened up a Twitter just because I'm more comfortable writing stuff out versus like on Instagram and taking photography. Like you guys have that talent. I don't have that talent. You know what I mean? And so I try to like be accessible somewhat to a certain degree. And so that's how, like, if you follow me on Twitter or any other thing, I try my best to be as accessible as possible when it comes to communicating to the community, because I think that is such a big part of my joy within the brand, but also it's important, like it's good business too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's where I'm at now. That accessibility, honestly, though, comes at a cost too, with a lot of negativity too. So it's not just like positive things, but again, like I think people misconstrue what me, like Emily, BMAC, or Ryan, we put ourselves out there not because it's our jobs. Like we don't work at PR or anything like that. Like I think a lot of people get this misconception that, you know, Hasbro is paying us to do this. It's honestly a lot of our own time, like outside of work hours, to like try to communicate, try to, you know, be there for the community. And we don't, you know, we don't ask to get paid or extra or anything like that too. But yeah, it's been awesome. It's been very interesting. So yeah, so that's a long-winded, sorry, version.
No, I love it, man. That's awesome.
Context, man.
And that's actually sorry, Yimbo.
Oh no, I was just gonna like point out, Dan, that like one of the things that the three of us always try to do here is remind people that there are wonderful human beings that are behind all of these toys, and that it's always to remember that like the human effort, and that it's blood, sweat, and tears, and it's passions, and it's, you know, like compromises and things that go into just the decisions that get made, like, and to just remember that there's people that are driving these products that come out and that are into our hands. So again, I think I mean, I'm sorry you still have to deal with stuff. Hey, the other day I posted a reel and somebody called me Sally for playing with dolls. So like, you know, I took it in stride.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. It's just that you gotta be resilient, and you just gotta let the negativity pass by. It's hard. It's easier said than done, right? It's hard. But you know, like I would say again, that's why I wanted to hear your guys', you know, origins first, because that kind of motivates me. whenever me and Dwight get like demotivated, work can be very tough, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think people get this misconception if they make a comment, like things get changed like that or something like
Right.
that for us. Oftentimes we are very much just at the lowest of the totem pole of like stakeholders in terms of making and influencing decisions.
Mm-hmm.
But me and Dwight always say, like, whenever we go to a San Diego Comic-Con or New York Comic-Con or any opportunity to talk to you guys and like see you guys in person, because like 99% of the time people are a lot nicer in person versus like
Sure.
just online, right? Where
Right.
where they
Right.
have all these screen names and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
It motivates us. We get back into work and we're just like, yo, let's take that input that they gave us and like try to get it rolling for the next year. The problem is too is that like when we hear that feedback, we're already like a year and a half like ahead of development. So people always come up to us and they're like they're expecting, oh, I told them on the next like so the next stream it's gonna happen, but it don't work that way. So
I know. Hey, we've been spreading the message that X-Men 97 is as wonderful as we love everything that's been out so far. Like we've been like, yeah, guys, to 2025. Like we heard the message. like nothing is gonna, the new waves are dropping anytime soon. It's okay. We can wait. We can wait. It'll be all right.
I do want to clarify something too, because I know Rogue and Wolverine from Wave 1 are like super expensive. Just when it comes to rerunning older waves too, it does take still like close to a year to develop. And there's a lot of other stakeholders with like retailers and regions on how and when things get happen. So just know that we are aware of it. We don't have a solution right now, but hopefully we'll address that in the future because we don't. Our job is to make sure that we're aware of what the demand is, and if there's like $100 Rogue or Wolverine, like we think that as an opportunity, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Rogue
that's
really
my-
that much right now?
Oh
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
But Rogue
Glad I
gets
got that
like
Rogue.
that every once in a while. She'll any
Yeah.
older Rogue, once she's been out of the market for maybe a month or two, you'll see her spike up. But
I always joke that it's Ryan Ting that just buys up all the Rogues. You know what I mean? To get that value up there.
we have a friend that used to buy Supermans like that. It's like he sees a Superman in the store, even though he has it, he buys it because it's Superman.
Yeah, it's 12 of the same Superman.
It's like hell of a fan. But that's one of the things we've been saying the last few months is that if you want it, don't wait, just buy it. It's not going to it'll be hard if you're waiting for clearance.
Mm-hmm.
So just go buy it.
So Dan, just a few things like, I think everyone always wonders like, oh, there must be some magic sauce like getting into the toy industry, and really it isn't. It's, as you said, hard work, getting yourself out there. And it reminds me of what my grandfather used to say to me. Sometimes you got to risk a little to gain a little. And that's exactly what you need to do is just risk, put yourself out there, just like everyone here in our wonderful community. And you try to build a great community in Marvel Legends. We here at ToyDaddies try to build a amazing positive community with our chat, who's awesome, who've been putting some I know they've been putting some questions in the chat, but we like to just give them their props and
yeah. So I'm sure you're gonna see some names that you recognize, Dan. Again, as a either lurker or popping in to remind people that the movie Carnage, which I also pre-ordered, like on Unparalleled stream last night. Oh, I want it. I can't wait. It's
Dan,
coming.
not that you're keeping score of keeping track of Yimbo Legend purchases, but I think you guys on a 5-week streak, whatever goes up for pre-order, he ends up buying the last like 5 weeks in a row.
You've been getting me every week, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, let me tell you, next week.
Stop.
Next week's gonna be really good. I think. If I get my dates right, let me check. I don't have a personal laptop. I should be using this on a personal laptop, not the work laptop. But let me see the schedule really quickly.
No worries. Speaking of,
after you ordered that, I ordered it. I was
yes,
like,
good boy.
Good
boy.
Nice.
It's good.
Yeah.
Oh, but let's move on with Josh Brown though.
Yes.
He does have a store, Josh Brown Customs. Go to his links. They're on IG. 3D head sculpts.
Got the morph head, right?
Yeah, Morph 3-pack heads of different Smirks. So I ordered that yesterday, so I'm excited to get those in.
I may have to open my Josh Brown package tonight. Wing or lose? How's it going?
Hey, how's it going?
What's up, win or lose?
88 Figs. What's up,
Hey.
Ozzy?
Hey,
What's up, Finn Cobb? Happy Wednesday, everybody.
what's going on, Finn Cobb?
Wade Create.
What's going on, Wade? Cal the Collector's in the house. I didn't have to post. I have 2 collabs to post, but I accepted Cal and Alexander the Great, but we did one on the Logan Sabretooth 2-pack. I actually also recorded a review of it. I know the stuff's been out there, but I just love that set so much. I had to spend my, because again, like I just make videos on stuff that I really get excited about, and I freaking love that set so much. So I will be dropping a review at some point this week. But yeah, Cal's just posted an awesome picture using those figures.
I like that Logan in that 2-pack too. I love that Sabretooth, but that Logan is pretty.
It's a great update. It's the best. It's
Really
the best
good.
like regular outfit
Yeah.
Wolverine that I have for sure. I have some great questions from Endless Fables to ask you later, Dan. We
cool,
crowdsourced some questions for us over on IG and YouTube.
Clintastic 4. If there's only one person on IG that when I watch X-Men 97, I text or DM immediately, and it's Clintastic 4. And it's always, have you watched it? And then today I didn't get to. I usually watch it before work on a Wednesday, but I didn't get to see it till after. But he texted me right at 2. Did you watch it?
Dang.
What's going on, man? Beast Boy, how you doing, man?
Man, Beast
Going
Boy.
on?
Messi, what's up, buddy?
What's up? I see.
Let's see.
Oh, we got Kevin.
Hey, toying around. What's up? What's up?
What's up, Kev?
Rabbit.
Oh, don't forget. Poppin' Milan. What's
And
going on?
Papa Milan. Oh yeah.
Oh, you skipped over Alexander's in the house. Nova Toymation, right? They're just trying to make sure we get everybody.
Yeah.
Going on?
Oh yeah, all right, yeah. You guys are on top of it. What am I doing?
Nova Toy Nation. We got Frank Realm of Toys. How's it going, buddy?
Frank the Tank's in the house.
I have to say, many people are really noticing No.Chewing's haircut.
Ooh,
I think
got a
this
fresh
is
death cut.
of the 76 episodes. I usually have a hat on, so it usually looks like this, except my hat's over there.
It does. You didn't get a haircut?
Yeah, I usually get one every 2 weeks, so it typically looks like this.
Whoa.
Dan, what you're going to learn at Comic-Con, at San Diego Comic-Con this year, is that when you meet No.Chewing, he's very tall and very handsome.
Very handsome.
One more than the other, but I'll let you decide.
What's up, fellow Boomer 78? How you doing, man?
8. Tugger Not Collectibles. That's a great one.
Yep.
What's up?
Oh, Ray Paz in
Ray
the house.
Paz.
Ray Paz. Okay.
Let's see who else. Oh, Maurice Phillip.
Ooh, that's a good question. Any word on the restocks of the Lab Coat Beast? I still have to crack mine open. What am I doing?
Oh, that's why I wanted to mention. I love it when you guys reissue a figure that's going for like $120 on eBay, but you throw like Lab Coat Beast instantly. I'm like, yes.
Yeah, we did some reruns of some old figures this year, like Kingpin and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But again, like even with the reissues, it takes a lot of planning and like a lot of stakeholders when it comes to like greenlighting stuff, you know what I mean, and then development of it. So yeah, like we definitely know the X-Men are popular right now, and if there are opportunities for us to do something, but I mean, like if you guys want to updated Beast too, like that's something that we might be considering these days too. You know what I mean? So just gotta keep on your toes, you know.
Like next week, is that what you're saying?
No,
You heard it here. You heard it here on ToyDaddies.
If I'm right, like seriously, next week's thing is actually, I think it's gonna be really good. You guys collect only comic stuff or only movie stuff, or do you guys do both, or what do you guys do?
I'll go first. Like I started super hard into MCU, so I have so many MCU legends, and in the last, what would you guys say, last 2 years I switched over. Like first 2 years was very MCU heavy, and now I'm just all about the comic stuff. I just want it all all of it.
I think
all.
that's what's so special about the Legends this year. It's really
Yeah.
heavy into comics, and
Yeah.
you're showing. Yeah, it's
That's what it
filling
is.
that gap that we've all been feeling lately, and then we're seeing like all these great updates to comic versions, and it's an exciting time.
Yeah.
Dan, my lane is wide open, so I have no lane. It's just whatever is pretty. So
Yeah.
Well, the lane is painted in webs for Spider-Man, but yeah, anything can go down there.
I mean, I have to get every Spider-Man. I do have to get every Spider-Man.
Okay.
If not
got it.
twice.
Noted.
To the point where when there's a Spider-Man figure that comes out and Chris is like, I don't know, do I need it? I'm like, it's too late now. Just buy it. You have like 3,000 Spider-Man. You can't miss
true.
one.
That's how I feel right now.
Yeah.
Lone Wolf Labs, how's it going, bud? Alan Rappaport,
What's up, Alan?
Zillion Instruments.
Do you get to say hi to Tom Charlton? I'm just gonna shout you out if we missed it, because he said he lucked out and decided to jump in on X-Men '97 before it aired. That was a very good call.
Very good call. Reminder: the show changed its date. Right?
Yes. No, you were lined up. That was not anything to do. Like that was one of the, not I don't want to say rare time, but it would have been. I felt timed perfectly.
It would have.
If not, right? Like man.
Oh, could you imagine that? Like Disney Plus would have closed out with X-Men, like the finale around Christmas, New Year's. How special that week would have felt. Oh,
it would have been good. It would have been good. I want to talk about this episode so bad, but I'm holding my lip. You know what I mean?
Will we get all the figures? No, I want to.
Like if you had like top 3 characters for Wave 3, like I could confirm we have a Wave 3 in the works, right?
Sure, right.
I can't confirm if it's fully baked or not. I'm pretty sure it's fully baked. But if you had top 3 choices from the show that we haven't done a Wave 1 and Wave 2, who you guys want?
All right, we each pick one. I know what.
No-Chewing man.
I want Morph. I want like that slender frame with multiple heads, of that, the updated Morph view, and that's it. Yeah. Chris, who would you get?
Oh, gosh, I was gonna say Morph, but I knew you were.
I apologize. My mom is calling me, and she never calls me, so I got to pick this up. My bad.
Yeah.
Oh, no worries, no worries.
We'll discuss this part.
Yeah. What would I pick? I would pick.
And nothing referring to the finale.
Maybe. Here, we'll take.
Yeah, I muted him.
Yeah, there you go.
Maybe. I think. I mean.
Ooh, people in the chat are doing the 3 too.
No, Tom Charlton just named the 3 that those are 3 names that came to my mind as well. So the Morph, Jubilee, Sunspot, those Jubilee and Sunspot came to mind. But you had an updated Beast, Maurice. Oh man, the updated Beast would be
okay.
If there was one, what I really just want one, but it's hard to like, because I feel like I really want a Marvel Girl, like an updated Marvel Girl.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. No worries, Dan. We're getting a lot of good answers. By the way, we're gonna throw out a joke that we've made, but also like if you want to take this and run with it, by all means, using the VHS windowless packaging Morph, but you don't know what toy you're gonna get.
Yeah.
It's your own mystery box. Yeah,
right.
It's a really good idea. But the casing for the VHS has to be inspired by the Pizza Hut one from the back in the day.
Or a morph accessory pack. I don't know if you guys have ever considered as some other brands and lines have gotten into some of that realm, but that like a morph that would be kind of neat. Although I guess technically, if you own enough Legends, you kind of have. You have it.
Anyone's a morph.
Yeah.
We were joking internally, like, what if we make just a Morph wave of like all the cameos he's done?
Oh, God.
Yes.
That would be.
The problem is he's been doing some crazy characters that we did not expect. We were just like, oh, he's doing Hulk. Like,
yeah.
Do a Morph wave and then release them again as the like real characters.
On the packaging, the real one,
yeah,
real version.
Yeah,
This is the real one. This is not the Morph one.
Diggs Figs with the President Kelly. That's a good figure idea. Clintastic with the Shi'ar armored Professor X. That's a great one.
That's a really
good
good
one.
one.
Deathbird, definitely.
MCU Collector 24, Sunspot fully powered. Yeah. Morph with the final suit. Oh,
I'm on this
the
Deathbird.
Bastion. Yeah.
If I didn't realize I needed a Deathbird until I saw that episode, like how awesome.
Really?
Yeah, the Deathbird was awesome.
I didn't know I needed more Shi'ar,
Yeah,
but that episode made me really interested in it again.
like I mean, the Vulcan got. I mean, we all pulled out our Vulcans when we saw him, like right there.
Nice.
And then I want what's his name? I keep calling him Gladiator. Is it Gladiator?
It's Gladiator.
Is
Yeah.
it Gladiator?
That one could use an update.
Yeah.
That's been a while.
I was looking up Gladiator. I was like, ooh, no, not that one.
Or that green robot guy that had the smaller robot guy and like his back.
Yeah.
Whatever that guy's name is.
Right.
And then, I had to go back, but all the characters in the last episode.
Basically, yeah, we just named so many. We went far beyond 3. So
It's perfect because like my camera's not working, so it's out of focus. So like I didn't give away anything, you know what I mean? If you named a character or something like that.
Yeah, there's no tells. We can't tell.
Yeah, you can't tell. You literally cannot tell.
It's like when people get blurred out in 60 Minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, here's my voice now.
He did
People
not want to reveal
question-
his identity.
People will question whether we had Dan or not on this. Strip.
Yeah, I don't
We
know
got
what's
Sir
going on
Trevor.
about that.
What's
What's going on, Sir Trev?
Yo, what's up, Trev?
Let's see. Stupid Sandwich says, dude, the cameo characters that have appeared in the show, even outside of Morph, have been nuts. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. I was
It's
finishing
so
reading
true,
it.
right?
Yep, we're good. Oh man.
Yeah, I know. Clintastic.
Wait, I like that one. Hold on.
Oh, how could
A skinny
Forge?
mojo that
I would.
can-
I would love a Forge.
Ozempic Mojo. I like that.
I liked that. And then, more Imperial Guard. That's what we need.
Yeah.
All right, that's good feedback. That's cool.
Dan, I want to ask you, what is your favorite Marvel character?
Yeah, so this is a question I get all the time, and I kind of give like this like generic answer, but there are 3. I have like a holy trinity of like favorite characters from Marvel. So number 1, obviously Spider-Man, because like Toy from Queens. I just love the look. Exactly. Right. There's something about that red and blue, black, like everything. So that's 1. Number 2 is Captain America. So I was in the army before, and
Oh wow.
yeah, there's something about just Cap that I know my wife thinks he's like the most vanilla character, but I think he's awesome. So Cap number 2, not 2. Now I'm not ranking them. It's just like my trinity. And then number 3 is probably Nightcrawler, because I really love the aspect of. So I'm Christian, right? So there's like a connection there.
Yeah.
I love characters who take the hard path when they're facing like adversity. You know what I mean? And Nightcrawler, just because of like how he is, he always chooses to look at things in a righteous way, in an upright way, in a faithful way, no matter how like bad the situation is. Well, not in every comic, but like in most works.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like even in the show, like he's very upright, and I resonate a lot with him on that.
Yeah.
He's been so good in the cartoon.
He's been so good. He's been so good. He also has like one of the best sequences in like the X-Men movies too. I kind of don't.
Dude, X2, right? Is that what?
Yeah. Woo!
There was I used to read a lot of superhero scripts in college. The uncut ones or whatever. They originally were supposed to have another Nightcrawler scene at the end of that movie versus a burnt out Toad.
Oh,
I would have loved to see that.
That would have been neat. But yeah, those are 3 great picks, Dan. And like I'm somebody that is always staunchly defending Captain America, because it is the easy dig to be like, that he's vanilla, but he's so much more complex than that. It's just like, again, and even with in two different paths, but the fact that like he and Kurt are both so staunch in their beliefs in how they should be treating people and how people should be treated. Like two different pathways, but just in terms of their convictions, and that's what's So I feel you on that, man. Oh, it's so good.
What about for you guys?
Ooh, well, Spidey.
Spider-Man.
Thanks.
Spider-Man's number one.
Yeah. Always and forever.
You have a favorite like suit or something like that? Like is symbiote suit like something your favorite, or Scarlet Spider? Like
I love Scarlet Spider. Like that Scarlet Spider suit, just it gets me every time. I was a big fan of that era, to be honest. I know there was like a lot of like Clone Saga. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I loved it when it was revealed that Peter Parker that we had known was not the Peter Parker, but then they switched it back and all that. And then it was Ben Reilly for a while, and he took up the mantle. But I love that Scarlet Spider suit. I don't know why. It was up there when like Carnage debuted too, like right before that, and that Carnage design was so cool.
Yeah,
seeing that, and then it went into like a few years later into the Clone Saga, which was awesome. But yeah, those are, I would say, Spider-Man.
I go back and forth on Cyclops and Wolverine.
Ooh,
yeah. Like for the most part, I like Cyclops. I particularly when I think about him, I think of the Astonishing X-Men run when that entire 20 issue or 24 issue arc was great. Love that interpretation. But then when he had to escape from Westchester and they led to Utopia, and then led to Revolutionary Cyclops, that's my jam. Like so during a fun thing I used to do during my MBA, and like I still do it during presentations, is I tried to like go through a few times with different voices in my head. So I go off between Cyclops and Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man in my head, how they would read it. Of course, I don't sound like that, but that's how I go into the meeting every time. So, and then Wolverine is just fantastic. So
by pitching them as that character,
like how would they say? How would they present the slides?
Got it.
Oh, that's awesome to hear. I've never thought of it that way. I'm gonna definitely. I might take a nugget like.
So like if it's Robert Downey, there's a lot more jokes, but if it's Cyclops, it's a lot more stern.
Got it.
Oh man, it's hard. It's hard putting down a top 3. I mean, outside of Spidey, it's like there's just so many.
I know. It was hard
because the three of us are also like we get along so well because we tend to gravitate towards some of these similar characters. Again, like Wolverine and Cyclops, we've talked extensively about, especially this season, and the love affair between going back with them. You know who I really love too? Again, in the same kind of regard, is like Daredevil. Very similar in that, like
he's number 4. He's like 4. I love Daredevil.
Like at his comic runs have been something else, man, too. So yeah, I love a good Daredevil story. Just something about Matt and that whole. And yeah, in terms of Spidey costumes, like for me, it's always going to be the classic. I love the red and blue. I love all the iterations of it, but like. This is my core, and then followed very closely by Symbiote. So I'm a very basic Spidey fan, just because like there's nothing cleaner than that black suit with the white logo, man.
I still think for Spider-Man, it's the Ben Reilly Spider-Man costume. When
you like that one,
that's something really striking and timely about that. Like perfectly fits early '90s, and so in my head that it's just cemented as a core Spider-Man costume, even though. I don't think he wore it that long. I don't think that lasted terribly long, considering the long history of Spider-Man. I think Mayday wore it longer than Ben Reilly did.
Yeah,
sure. Yeah, I'll give you guys a nugget, but like I always joke on the stream these days about like Wolverine, but if you like Spidey, there's gonna be at least one more Spidey that I think everybody should have.
Oh boy!
Inclusive,
to get 4 of them. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. One to unbox, one to keep.
One to customize.
One to customize. One in case
there's a mint on card, on the wall.
Yeah, one mint on card, and the other just
there's
for
a flood. You need flood insurance, Spidey. So works.
By the way, gentlemen, with stars in his eyes, Jukebox Hero has arrived. What's going on, Jukebox Hero?
Is that your modified greeting to him?
That was, yeah, with stars in his eyes, yeah.
Also, MC Collector 24.
Hey, how's it going?
What's up, Brian?
Oh, did you put up the stupid sandwich comment about, because I still, that 2-pack I should track down. Is that still, I have to see if
Which
it's still up
one?
on Pulse.
Which one?
The cell shaded Daredevil. I have to personally thank everyone
Oh,
at the Marvel Legends staff for making this cell shaded Daredevil. This figure is an absolute work of art. I've wanted a Daredevil like this for 30 years. Yeah, I need that set. I need it.
Well,
I
Dan,
do.
I mean, you're all. I would say they're characters that we all love, and they're characters that we have near and dear to our hearts that may not be Marvel characters. So, what I would like to do is just tell you a story about my favorite character.
Sure, sure.
When I was little, I drew a comic book, and that comic book was called Laser Man.
Oh, is this the Laser Man pitch? I think
gosh.
Stevie warned me about this. It was either
Well,
Stevie
anyway.
or it was somebody. Somebody said
It was definitely Mr. Stevie.
Stevie or Emily.
It was definitely
or
Mr.
Emily. It might have been M. It might have been M. Okay, here we
Oh,
go. Should
Emily
I go
heard
like
too.
super? Should I go super hard on you, or should I be like genuine, like or fake nice, or what? What do you think?
I think you do what Laser Man is going to make you feel. Okay.
Okay, I like it. Let's go.
So just imagine my 9-year-old self doing this amazing comic book, and where my imagination is going wild. Now, imagine a boy who lives on a farm, who's the son of a wealthy dairy conglomerate, and one day, as he's milking his best friend's cow, Bessie, or we haven't worked out the name yet. There was some sort of accident, and there was like a big explosion in the near off, and the cow got spooked and then kicked Larry Laserman, the main character, in the chest. So they need an emergency surgery stat. And what happened that night was that the cow donated his heart to Larry Laserman. Yep. So what happened though, as they were doing the heart transplant, there was a meteor that came down from the space, and it somehow transferred its energy through Larry and the cow, and Larry harnessed the power of Laserman. And then there's some other parts to this that I don't really want to get into, but there's a suit that comes in that, but really what I want to enhance was this relationship between the cow and Larry Laserman, Laserman. So let me tell you, I don't want to get sued, but I will tell you that this character is, I decided like 30 years later, I'm gonna make this character. It's gonna be awesome. So I spent like 30 hours on it. I hope you like it. I'm not a customizer, but I like to call myself it. So here we go. Laser Man. And not only that, we have like a bunch of rogues, but this is his best friend cow that we now call Mooterin.
Mooterin is our favorite.
This actually, like, this guy's awesome.
I also have a Mooterin.
Yeah, see, everyone has Mooterins. Like this could be the character like that everyone connects with. But he has such a rogues gallery because that night on the farm, the meteor hit when everyone was working or everyone was on the farm. So we have a bunch of different characters. This is Sputterman. His origin is that he actually wasn't at work that day, but he doesn't want to admit that he skipped work. So he made up a character and just throws potatoes at people. We have Reflect Sean. We have Fecal Matter. You got this one?
Wow. Wow. Okay.
This one's good. Hey, I got two more that I want to show them. Can you do a single? Thank you. We got Hey Man.
Hey.
And then we have one of my favorites and you know he's kind of like dedicated to this show. Yimboner. Every day is an arm day. Oh, I forgot to put this on.
Yeah, he's not working out. That's not right.
There we go.
Yeah, is right there. So Dan, how does this Laser Man line, not just the figure, speak to you? Single on Dan. Go ahead. Yeah, there you
I think the camera just knew.
No tells, Dan.
go. No tells.
The camera was so moved that it wanted to hide my true emotions. You know what I mean?
He's crying right now of tears of joy.
Crying.
Joy of this caliber cannot be captured on film. That's what is really being said.
That's exactly right.
Amazing. I wish I could have timed that for real, because like I really have no idea what's going on with my camera. I really think the camera was moved by that pitch. And
It was moved. Oh
Yeah,
god.
that was an amazing pitch, man.
Was it?
Did you
How
like
are really?
did you get inspired by like Chewie, and like did you like pitch it as like a specific Marvel character or superhero, or was that
Well,
just
when
like
I went in, I
from
was
the
thinking, you know, what kind of energy would Tony Stark have? No, I didn't.
He to be honest, he's gotten so good at we had to work on the elevator pitch. He's been getting it like really nice. You're hitting all the high spots, Chris. You're doing a great job, man.
I know. Well, to be honest, Dan, there is like a 6-page origin story draft that I put in. I kind of skipped over some important parts, but I'm still trying to work my pitch.
I think you nailed it. The relationship between Laserman and his best friend, because this is all you need on the shirt when milking his best friends.
Yeah, milking his best friend. That's what that was the pitch. Like that was the thing. Oh, well, I took a note from you, Chewie. You said we got to focus on the relationship. So
Yeah.
everyone likes a good relationship.
This is the Netflix movie title for Laserman, When Milking His Best Friends.
So Netflix is already on board, because that will help the toy line. Once you tell me that Netflix is already on board, I'm telling you, man, that is Netflix has signed on for sure.
When you say on board, what do you mean by that?
Netflix is currently on the iPad next to Laserman.
Yeah. So he's like on that board. Yeah.
Yeah, he's right there. He's right there.
So what? And forgive me, I should have prepped better. What did other Hasbro employees who've gotten this pitch? What have they given you as a reaction? Because I don't want to give you feedback that you've already heard. You know, I want to be incrementally helpful.
Well, can I share with what Emily's for? So with Emily, we did it where Chris was an intern. It was a little role playing, and how she would handle an intern. You know, bringing her some coffee and this pitch.
That was my favorite pitch.
Yes,
like that was a good, like role play.
She was fantastic. Very constructive criticism, but like really,
as Emily is, she's class.
She's always she's fantastic. Really, listen to Chris and spectacular.
Mr. Stevie, I did it in person.
Oh, okay.
And he pushed me away.
I sent him a video of us at Legion's Con where we were sending around Laserman customs that were being made in the lobby as everybody was drinking.
Yeah, it was over a few beers.
He said, "I've deleted all your accounts. You're all a disgrace." And I haven't talked to him since.
Whoa.
So if you can find a way to fall in between those two spectrums, I think you're going to be fine, Dan. It's a wide range.
He's rich. How do we know that's a bad thing?
But I think he was just
No, he did give us the laughing, crying face, so it's okay.
Yeah. I can tell he secretly loves Laserman. So
it's true.
I love the look because we showed it to him in person during ChrisCon last year.
Yeah, and
the look Stevie had was just like, you spent time on this. Oh, well, he took a pause. He's like, what can I say that isn't like I'm glad you had fun.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, this guy needs a redesign.
I will say, like, props to any good pitch. I will say the physical. So we have a lot of pitch meetings too, not pitch meetings, but like business meetings, right? And so there's nothing better to like win over key stakeholders than actually physically having the product in hand, to have them touch it, to smell it, to like play with it. And so for that, I give you mad props, Chris. Like that is legit. I love the story and the world that you're building, because sometimes when we get pitch stuff, it's just like, you know, half baked. But this is like truly like, you know,
It's just a man in his farm. It's a man in his farm.
it's amazing.
A boy on his farm.
It's just a story of a boy and his cow. That's it.
I'm surprised that Stevie was the one, or Mr. Steve was the one that, you know, didn't give you even more praise, because usually it's the marketer's job, but Emily is too nice, so she would never do this. But it's the marketer's job to try to say questions like, what is the target consumer that you're doing? You know, what is the business opportunity that you think, you know, this story has? You know what I mean? And with the consumers right now, we have, you know, the attention span of less than 6 seconds, right? So like, if you had to catch them, like what is that single defining kind of proposition that Laser Man presents? What's his differentiating factor compared to, you know, the X-Men? You know, that's what you're competing for, attention. You know, get laid.
Yeah, Chris, how does Laser Man compete against Iron Man? Good questions.
That wasn't the question. How does Laser Man compete on his own? So I honestly, if there's anything that people will identify, and it's because of this wonderful community that we have here, is 100%. That there is a villain of Laser Man that anyone can relate to. In fact, there is a Laser Man villain out there that we haven't even made that's for you. Yeah, no, doesn't stick.
I thought you were going somewhere with it. I thought you got
I thought you had more. I thought you had more in the tank there, Chris.
You were 30 seconds.
He said 30 seconds, and he said 30 seconds. So I said, okay,
the chat supports, but they need some time.
Yeah.
But you pulled up. Sure, Trevor. This one cracked me up so much. Like, yeah, if you want smells, it does smell like permanent markers. So.
Fair.
Sure it does.
Do you have, so this has connected with our friends here in the chat. And Chris, do you have the in package, since we're showing off prototypes from Wade Create?
Yes,
I always forget you have this.
This is what I love about our community. They, you know, Wade Create, amazing customizer.
Again, prototype design. We're still working on.
Chewy single shot, please. Thank you. We got, look at that, pretty cool, right? And then in the back he puts,
it's all patent pending, of course, and you know, all of the things. It's not for sale, don't worry. This is a one of a kind exclusive.
I consider this fan art.
Yeah, as Wade Create says, oh, don't sue.
Fan art. There was no money involved.
We do need to we're gonna, you know, continue tweaking this idea. It's still a work in progress.
I mean, we're working on a redesign for Laser Man, but I think we can keep Mooterin.
Oh, Mooterin's so good.
I love it.
That works.
That's great.
All right, so I guess I missed your, like, what is?
Yeah, like, so from a marketer standpoint, a lot of people misconstrue what a marketer does, right? Because they saw like Mad Men, and so they think that marketing is just like pitching creative ideas that are awesome, like Laser Man. You know what I mean? It's probably the best idea I've ever heard.
Hold on, wait, you know? What is this? It's 1 hour, 9 minutes, 26 seconds. We got to clip that small thing.
No,
He
we
said,
got you.
Laserman is awesome, and then put it out for real.
He said it's the best thing I ever heard, and now
Yes.
you have a quote that you can put in the back of your toy
Best thing
box.
I ever heard. Okay.
So now taking that idea and, you know, making it into a business, that's where the marketer has to come in to kind of like sell into these people that like actually have money, you know, to make a big business out of. So what my suggestion is, I think you have the story. I think you have the prototypes. I think
We got the merch.
you got the merch already. I think you already have an amazing following who's going to support you. Like,
We got a base following. Yep.
I think you just need to, you know, work with, you know, No.Chewing, get those MBA frameworks to kind of like make these business, you know, propositions so that the stakeholders up there who actually can invest, because I have no money, I'm like super poor, so I can't help you investing, but I can connect you to people who might be willing to invest. You know what I mean? And
There
so
you go.
you just get that business plan in there. I think the pitch was, you know, near perfect, I would say.
What?
Another clip.
You just gotta keep going, man.
Oh,
You know?
man.
Dan, to be clear, Dan chose nice.
Yeah.
For response. I love Trevor. Maybe. And then this is great. You walked away. Whoa.
It's the best thing I've ever heard. Daniel in 2000.
This is a t-shirt we're gonna wear at
Oh
San
my
Diego.
Yes. Yes. With no context. It'll be
No
white
context.
with spots.
I'm not even gonna write laser.
I'm just gonna walk up. I'm gonna walk up to Dan, not say anything, and just have a shirt that says that, and see whether or not he notices.
Hey, can you wear it like a chain like Flavor Flav does with the time? Like the
Oh.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Alright.
I feel like that's good marketing too, man.
All right.
It's-
How about a
D Blake could probably make you sign.
Muterin medallion right there?
There you go.
I ain't gonna lie, man. The people who make these like big decisions, they love fucking alliteration, man. They always try to put freaking alliteration on everything.
Muterin medallion.
It is my favorite literary device, for the record, Dan. I lied to a lot.
Yeah, you have said that before, yeah, but
Oh, that was good. That was good.
I feel so honored just to like get pitched this. Like my brain, like even my camera couldn't really fully bask in that awesome pitch. So
I do have to say I'm fully honored that you just are here.
No.
Used your ears to listen.
It's so close to saying I'm so honored you stayed.
Oh man. The funny thing is our boy Macho Toy has made versions of Laserman now in WWE 2K24. So as Trevor says, Laserman cosplay, it's like it does exist at least in some digital realm.
Yeah, it's awesome.
that's awesome. That's awesome, man. That's 100% awesome. I genuinely feel honored now. I could go talk to Mr. Stevie and M and be like, man, how about that pitch?
You are part of an exclusive club right now. I will say that.
Gosh, I love this.
I'm gonna try to start like an internal crowdfund within Hasbro to be like, do this for Laserman, you know, and we'll see what we can do. If we, you know,
Guys,
It's just
I'm
a
gonna
hat.
go to bed. Thank you.
Hat you know,
My farewell.
sends around
See you
Hasbro
guys.
to 3 people. There's like $1 and a button.
$1 and a fun.
When you guys see the next HasLab being a farm diorama, we'll know we've made it.
I do. I like this. What would an NDA overlay like?
Oh, that in itself is a character in the Laserverse. It's the lawyer that shows up one day
Oh my
and
gosh.
looks around the farm being like, no.
So I
No.
did, Dan, like I have in my notes on my phone, it's all things Laserman, and it's every single villain that people pitch here in the chat, and I just put it in my notes. Sometimes they'll tell the origin, sometimes it's just the name. The last one was Mega Beard in Illbeam, Bootleg.
Yep, this is bootleg. I'm trying to get him focused up. There we
The
go.
origin of Bootleg, sold bootleg DVDs, then went to the farm and pretended to know things about the farm. I don't remember.
We got to tighten that story up, but it's there.
Sometimes we need to write more notes, Chris.
Yimboner gives the best pugs. It's uncomfortably erotic. He'll never let go first.
Well, I don't know where you had to throw in uncomfortably erotic.
I don't know. That's what is written.
No, that's a good note, Yimbo. Can we
It is in my
write
note.
consensually erotic?
His origin is that he falls in a vat of meteor milk.
Does a body good.
We did have a question in the chat.
Can we segue, please? Thank you.
Yes. So Wade Frey asked earlier, is there a Marvel character you would like to see revisited or revamped?
I got a revamp for you. Let me show you. It's
no rewinds.
It's Laserman.
I will say Laserman is amazing. I really do. I mean,
Another clip.
He's unforgettable. I will not forget Laserman.
This is the only time he's ever going to be pitched a toy on a live stream. I'm going to guess
that. Let's see. I'm sorry. The question was character to revisit. I think for me, again, I really liked AOA, and there are some AOA characters that I really want to redo or we've never done before. You know what I mean? So for me, that is something I like. I really want to maybe in the future, if we get something going right, like Marvel vs. Capcom kind of like inspired look of a Venom. Like I really like Venom too. And that blue look is very unique to that style.
Yeah.
So things like that go in my mind. Obviously, I would love to do anything from the animated shows, honestly. So anytime we get to do a wave of X-Men 97 now, it's like one of my favorite stuff. But even going back to the 90s, there's a lot of characters we haven't done from the Spider-Man animated show too. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, I know that was like 10 different characters, but yeah.
Machu's suggesting Colossus in street clothes when he went to the bank.
Okay, all right.
Very specific, but I'm down. Any Colossus.
Shout out to Machu Toys.
Machu recently modded out a Nightcrawler to have toe articulation.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, I'm a big fan. I did not create toe articulation, but I'm a big fan and proponent of toe articulation. So yeah.
Yeah, I threw on. I borrowed the Ben Reilly Spidey feet and put it on the animated Spidey.
Oh, nice.
And then I put that. Oh, and then the head too. I basically created my own Ultimate Spider-Man. I love the look of it. So it looks so good. The big eyes and big head. Oh, I love it so much.
You use the hands because they also fit because of the scribe lines.
Yeah,
you have the bigger hands, so it has that more.
It's been one of my favorite like pocket figures. I just like literally that's I pose it at least once a day. Just it just makes me so happy. I did ask Dad some questions. We're doing some of the questions right now.
Yeah, go for it. Sorry,
Josh. So these are from Instagram. So I'm gonna hit the first one is from Josh Brown Toys, calling you out, Josh. Dan, how do you really feel about Wade, aka on the parallel universe?
How much time do we get? No, I mean, Wade, honestly. So again, this is me being very truthful, and so don't ever tell this to Wade that I said this. But
fair.
Yeah, like there are people on the toy community too where they're kind of inauthentic, right? And there are certain people that love to do things to get a rile out of me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wade is one of those authentically just like trying to always get me riled up type of people, you know? He's like one of those homies from like, he's like a homie to me. Like, honestly, I mean that in the nicest way possible. And yeah, like he and I, honestly, we connected more on the music before even the toy part of it. And I feel like me and him, even if there was no like live streams or anything like that, we'd probably be homies like off camera, all that stuff too. So Wade is a good guy, and yeah, he's a fucking asshole too. But
he's genuine, and he's a genuine ball breaker.
exactly. Yeah, man.
Josh Brown says I'm clippingless.
Oh no! Stop it! don't you get Dan in trouble here. Wade's been awesome. I've gotten to know him a lot since September and Odious and all of this. So it's just been a blast. And I mean, like outside of just watching his stuff previously. So yeah, I love that. I love that connection. That's awesome. Another question from Endless Fables. Again, Dan, I know it's very hard for the you toy guys to like reveal too much. But this is a great question. When will we see or potentially see like the Warriors 3, an Ice Giant in comic book form in Marvel Legends? Is that a thing that floating around at all? Something in those lines?
I mean, I joke, and Ryan hates this joke, but I always say we have like a breakdance battle or a rap battle during our internal meetings. And yeah, some of those characters have always been on the list.
Okay,
so
nice.
I will say what would help us is to, if there is a ground, like a lot of momentum towards a character, we try to, pinpoint that, right? So if there is truly a demand for Warriors 3 or an Ice or Frost Giant or something like that, like make sure you guys, band together and let everybody know. Because once we get to see that, it makes it a lot easier, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so put in your request for Laserman.
Well, Dan, I have to imagine it's just like even in the toy photography space, social media space, like it's very much like what hits the pulse at the time, right? And then it's like being aware for you guys as toy makers and just being able to pinpoint that, try to hit that connection, ride that momentum. Like, at the end of the day, it's a business and things are, like you got to talk, make what people are talking about or excited about. And, know, so it's true. There should be, if there's something along those lines, maybe in a comic book realm that gets people talking about it, I feel like that would have a easier time for you guys to get something like that put out there.
Definitely. And we all have our own niche favorite type of things, right?
Yeah.
But if at the end of the day, from a marketer standpoint, if it doesn't connect, like you're saying, and it doesn't sell, unfortunately, it makes it hard for us to do more of that. If that makes sense,
By the way, this is one of my questions based on a tweet of yours, because I do follow you on all the things.
Okay.
No, it's this was a while back now, but you had mentioned that in all of the Wolverine, anniversary releases that have been coming out, that your favorite hasn't been released, and that's still the case, right?
Oh yeah, so
I don't need to know what it is. I'll be excited. Like I said,
it's next week.
Is it next? Oh,
no, I don't know.
I don't know.
So, there are still a couple of Wolverines that we have not revealed yet.
Okay.
The one that I am thinking of, I have not physically held in person.
Okay.
So I will say the Astonishing Wolverine is like one of my favorites too from the 85th program. I love that the upper torso articulation a lot on it.
Yeah.
And I love the head sculpts in that. But there is one more that I think is going to be closer to summer or fall, maybe, that we have not revealed yet. That as a total package, I think I like that.
Ooh, man. That's getting my wheels turning. I won't push you or press you because I already know with you, we're not going to get anything. So. But I have guesses. I have interesting things that come to mind.
So again, I haven't had my hands on it, so I don't really know how it's gonna feel once I like play with it.
Sure.
And I will say it's not my favorite version of him in the comics either. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Sometimes like my view of what's a good toy, it involves the packaging, it involves like everything, you know? And yeah, so I still have not revealed that part yet. And it's not, and I don't even think the guys know which one I'm talking about, because I think in that live stream, they were assuming something else, and then they didn't pick up what I was trying to put down, if that makes sense.
Well, you got MCU collector thinking.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Definitely getting all our wheels turning right now. I like it. That's all we could do is speculate. That's fun. That's part of the game.
Hopefully.
I did have a question, just personally.
Yep.
Big Spider-Man fan here. I don't think
You are?
Yeah. No, did you guys know that? Also another character I made up. Did you have you heard of this? No, I'm just joking. The Spider Buggy. I don't think we've had Marvel Legends release on that. Is that, I mean, I guess, like, is that something that you think people would be interested in?
I think so I lurk on the internet a lot. And back like a couple of years ago, there was momentum for a Spider Buggy. I do want to shout out, like, I think a lot of people think that Hasbro is only for like 6-inch figures and stuff like that, but we have our own like kid team, and the kid team actually put out a Spider Buggy.
I
have it.
Yeah. So I gotta talk with the kid team too on how that went. But yeah, with vehicles, it's gonna be interesting. I do think there is demand for that, because I think Spider-Man is such an iconic and popular character. And I think if, for instance, if the Spider Buggy is even more mainstream, like if it's in the next Spider-Verse movie and stuff like that, I feel like that would gain a lot of momentum and help us out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Not to
actually,
say it's not already in the works, but just trying to throw you guys off the chain.
no, got it. Yeah, but yeah, Tormworth does make a good point. It was in the newest Spider-Man, so
for like one scene though, right?
One second.
Same with Spider Horse and Spider Rex.
Spider Horse. We need Spider Horse.
To answer MCU Collector's question, the Buggy, yes, Chris and I both enjoy it. Chris, you've taken more shots with it, but it fits 6-inch figures pretty well, especially when you get into like Miles. The Sentinel figures all fit in there.
I did a black wash on mine that made it just like perfect.
Pop.
Yeah. I really want to shout out, I know she's never going to see this, but Lucy, who's on the kids team on the marketing side, she's like one of my favorite people in Hasbro. And also Shannon and Monique, they do the preschool Spider-Man line that that also is awesome. For the cool thing about Spider-Man is that whether you're starting from preschool kid to like an adult fan, like he's just universally appealing. So shout out to my other marketing fellows who are not always seen.
Yeah, my kids are going to be 5 next month, and Spidey and his amazing friends are on many times during the week, and it makes this old Peter B. Parker's heart just swell whenever they choose to. Like, I'm like, yes, just more Spidey. Dad, who's that? Oh, Sandman. Let me tell you about this guy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Dan, I know you clearly you collect toys, you collect shoes. What's your wife's reaction to all this? We always describe our wives as tolerant of this, supportive and tolerant.
Supportive. Yeah.
Yeah, I try to be very. I try to hide my toys as much as possible, but I never get away with it.
No,
my wife is the best, and she understands. I try to blame work a lot because I'm like, oh, it's it's competitive kind of research. You know what I mean? Like
this is for the stream. I gotta take toy. I gotta talk about it on the stream.
You gotta make it real.
No, but it's getting an issue when we don't have a big house at all. So it's like, if we want to have kids and stuff like that, I think we're gonna have to make some tough decisions. honestly, shoes are kind of getting too pricey for me too. So, and my collection is like pretty good right now with my Jordans. So until they start breaking apart, I might have to cut back on the shoes. But I always say that, and then I always, see something on the sneakers app or something like that, and I'm like, oh shoot, I gotta get it. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Yeah.
Every time I see something posted by Hobby Genki, I'm like, oh no, I need something imported from Japan. That's gonna be more money than I thought.
Dan, I had another question from Endless Fables too. He said, "What do you like to do?" This is off toy related, which is always nice since you're mentioning sneakers. What do you like to do on your day off? Do you like to go for a hike, play some video games? If so, what's your favorite? So, like outside of the toy space, since we're all well-rounded individuals, what are some other ways that you like to spend your time?
Yeah, so I like there's so much that I love to do. I love movies, so I love going to see a good film, right? I'm like really into movies. I love reading, but I don't get to read as much as I used to. I used to like read a lot and I don't get to do that. I love to run. That's like my de-stressor. And I love to I do a little bit of jujitsu, but not too much anymore, just because like my body is broken. And all these kids, man, they are so strong. They're like on HGH or something, but they're so strong. And yeah, so on my day off, for me, it's really about my faith, friends, and family. Those are the three F's that I kind of live by, right? So that's what I always try to cherish are those three things: faith, friends, family, and that's what I try to do as much as possible. It's boring. I'm pretty basic. I don't do anything super cool. But yeah, I used to be cooler with hobbies, but now that I'm just old and don't have as much disposable income, yeah, it's just what you gotta do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, but that's like again, it's not what you have. Or it's not the physical things you have. It's not what As much as we love collecting these toys, at the end of the day, we are very much reminders of like the fragility of life in a way that's not meant to be morbid, just in terms of appreciating each day. Tomorrow's not guaranteed, so like enjoying this moment together right now. Like this is so cool, man. So we're all with you. We're all with you, man. Oh, don't forget the fourth F. There you go.
Figures.
Woo!
I love it. I love it.
Good job, Machu. Always making things better.
Always Magic Machu.
So quick.
How you doing, Richie? He said, did you pick up the military blue 4s, Dan?
Yo, what's up, Richie? I did, man. I did. I told myself I wasn't gonna do it. I was like, oh, the blue is not the type of blue that I like. And then I got it and I have it in hand and I'm like, thank God I got it because it's legit. And the sneaker market is kind of crazy these days, right? The sneaker hype and the secondhand value is like kind of cratered a lot after the pandemic was over. But yo, they've been making some nice shoes. Do any of you guys collect like Jordans or anything like that?
No, I've said before, out of the three of us, I back in like literally 10 years ago now, like I got into the like sneaker stuff, StockX a little bit. I never got a pair of Jordans, but I was at the time I got into Yeezys and things along that, and then becoming a dad and then toy guy. Yeah, I decided to pick a lane, and it was action figures.
Smart man.
But I dabble briefly.
When I was young, my dad had a friend who worked at Nike, and he got the very first pair of Jordans for me.
Wow.
It was I wore them all the time, and I get
wow.
now. So that was it, though.
Yeah, never got into them.
I
wear very dad like Asics.
Asics, yeah. More New Balance.
Asics are good when you're like, yo, when I'm in San Diego Comic-Con, I'm standing for like 8 hours. I'm not gonna lie, like a Jordan is not the best shoe to do that with, you know what I mean? So you always gotta like have a good pair of Asics or running shoe that like makes
Dude, I am a big fan. I need a new pair of Adidas Ultra Boosts. Like those, that's gonna be my con shoe this summer. I'm a big fan of those.
I got you.
Yeah.
J Shot's always showing off some Bull Airs customs. Do you follow Bull Airs, Dan?
I do not. No.
So they do like customs for like but they theme it out to like Ninja Turtles or Back to the Future.
Oh yeah. That's dope. That's
So
dope stuff.
our buddy Jay Shaw keeps buying them, and I keep seeing them. Like, oh man, do I need sneakers that look like Mario's from Back to the Future Part 2?
Or Bebop.
Or Bebop, or a pizza shop. Damn it.
Yeah. You might. When you see them in person, you're like, yeah, kind of.
No, I'm sure I love them.
Oh, Machu, I'm waiting on the Wolverine Bull Airs. Oh God, yeah.
Oh,
that would be the one that would almost get me. No, Richie said, Dan, try move insoles.
Ooh, okay.
So there you go. All right.
Okay.
Let's see. What does Wade Crazy say? I love a good Air Force, but you got to buy for yourself, not resell anymore. Yeah, I'm a Vans fan. And Dig Sfigs, that's speaking the Toy.Father language. Costco has the freshest drops for kicks. There you go.
And great pair of jeans.
Yeah. Oh, naturally. Yeah, I'm with you. Oh, that's also Stupid Sandwich said I had a pair of Jordans as a kid and wore them on my birthday to a Bulls game when I turned 10. That's
Nice.
that's great.
Oh,
That's a good
cool.
memory right there.
Was Jordan playing? I wonder how old you are though. So probably not.
Ooh, and Josh Brad, did you put that up? I picked up those Urban Aztec Gambit Reeboks. I'm pretty stoked on. I'm not a sneakerhead at all. Nice. Yeah, didn't who else just recently put out like the Ninja Turtle stuff? Was that Adidas too? Didn't they just put out something? I don't know. See how it's like
You gotta
I think
ask
they did,
Ryan.
right?
Ryan is like the bigger Ninja Turtles guy in the team, I would say. Him and Tony are probably like the big Ninja Turtle people. But yeah, shout out to Ryan, my boy.
Yeah. Dan, are there, like throwing around some of these other franchises, like, I don't think it's going to get you in trouble if we ask about any other toys or action figure lines or anything that.
Yeah, definitely. I love what SH has been doing with DBZ stuff, and I'm a big Naruto guy, so I like Naruto figures. I really kind of like Mafex a lot too, so I got a couple of Mafexes there. They're kind of too expensive for me to tell my wife about, so I gotta like hide those.
That's fair.
But yeah, like some of the stuff that McFarlane is doing without like movie stuff, like it intrigues me. I will say it, and even if it's just like statues, like I'm really into movies, so like if they sign some like movie property that I'm really into, like I get very tempted. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't have too many of those. I have some of the old school like Batman, DC Direct, like Batman animated series stuff. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
And I have what else do I have from DC? I really like Nightwing as a character. So I had the Mayfex Nightwing. I love that.
Yeah.
Trying to so Hasbro has, G.I. Joe classified. I'll be honest, I don't really know the G.I. Joe lore too much, but like if there's something militaristic that kind of resonated with me in like my army days, it's awesome. You know what I mean? And they make some cool like animal figures too that I really, really love.
Dude, their animals are nuts, right? Although you guys have that.
Does this guy resonate with you?
Resonates with everyone. What do you mean?
He's in the Navy. It's not. I mean,
he's a seaman. Oh.
I just wanted to, guys, I love the show. Dan, you've been awesome. I did say that I was only going to stay on for just an hour, but it's been like an hour and 45. I'm just not feeling so good, but I will tell you that before the stream, I was having not a great day, but after the stream, I'm feeling so great. And it has to do with, No Chewing, Yimbo, Dan, everyone in the chat, ToyDaddies, TPC community. Thank you all for picking me up. I can go to bed feeling good. And thanks, Dan. Thanks for coming on. It was really nice meeting you.
No, man, it was nice meeting you. And we'll see each other at San Diego. And
absolutely.
Yeah, Laser Man. I feel you, man. I see the vision. I see the vision, bro.
Single cam, please. So just remember, these two right here. It could be they could start with just a single pack and then we'll go into double pack, you know.
I'm telling you, man, I want to see the chain when I see you next time, bro.
All right, we'll work on it.
There you go.
Rooter and medallion.
No chewing. You have a 3D printer. Get cracking.
Oh, it's my job. Yes. Yeah.
I love you guys.
I'll start drawing that out.
Thanks, guys.
Have a great night, Chris. There we go. Well, this could be a good time, honestly. Like, so Dan, again, we don't like to monopolize your whole evening, my friend. But if you do want to stick around, we can get into the top 10 of toy photography that was voted on by the Instagram community.
Let's go.
All right, let's do it.
Do you want to load up the slides?
That sounds like a good idea.
It's a Yimbo task. While you do that, I would like to remind people, if they have not done so already and enjoyed this content this evening, please click like, subscribe. We're super close to the 1,000 mark, and it's just a number, but I'm vain and I want to get there. So, and the way we get there, it'd be appreciated.
Well,
and we do have some questions too.
Ooh, okay.
Felipe Terrazas says favorite cameo in X-Men 97.
Oh man, that's too hard. My favorite cameo actually happened today, and I don't want to spoil it. But I feel like if you guys know who I am, you would know who they were. It was like 3 people in one shot.
Oh, okay.
Feel.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll talk offline maybe.
All right.
But yeah,
well, we saw one of them in an earlier episode.
No. I will say there's a single shot of a cameo where they're looking at the TV.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Okay. Yep. It's so good.
So we answered
because that just like fulfilled, like, man, this is it. It's that universe.
So much groundwork. These 10 episodes. It was only like 5 hours worth, but it laid out so much groundwork for where they could take this.
Yeah,
both as an X-Men series or otherwise.
Yes.
So exciting. Wait, Cray, not a question, but he wanted to thank you for all the hard work.
No, thank you. Like, in all seriousness, I'm just a small portion of like a toy maker company, right? And but you guys, this community is what makes everything possible. And honestly, for all the negativity that I have to deal with, like, it's the community, the positive community, that makes it all worthwhile. So I appreciate everybody.
It's nice to hear, man. That's why we keep, sometimes the negative voices can be the loudest, but that's not indicative of the majority of how people feel, like so we try to do our part to, again, equal, if not drown out those negative voices. There's other options out there,
and I just want to clarify too, like, when I say negativity, it's not I want people to just say like Marvel Legends is great, right? Especially if the product is not great, right? Like, constructive criticism on the product is totally fine, right? So don't, like, for instance, like, I called Wade a homie, right? And he shits on Legends all the time, right? It's
right.
It has nothing to do with that. It's more about like, when it gets personal, that kind of stuff, like that.
Exactly. That's
that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So, I don't want people to misconstrue what I'm saying when it's just positive. Like, I don't want kiss ass. I want people to be their authentic selves.
Yeah.
And oftentimes it's people who are on the internet who are totally one way and then in person another way, right? And that inauthenticity is what kind of is alarming to me. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But either way, we create. Thank you for everything.
I will read this question. I assume there's nothing that can be said. Any insight on what season 2 of X-Men 97 will bring?
I don't know a lot. Like, the true reality is I think the studio has had leaks. Ooh, did we lose Yimbo? Okay.
We may have. It's okay.
Okay. Yeah, but to answer, so like, to be honest with you, Ray, I think we don't get as much visibility as everybody thinks we do. And like, we don't really know too much more. I like to speculate sometimes too. The beauty of it sometimes is that like I get surprised too. So I like nerd out with Ryan and Dwight after the episode's done. I'm just like, did you guys see the episode? Like, we got to do X, Y, and Z. So I was just a fan. So I can't wait to see what season 2 brings.
And I'm sure after now that you've seen all of season 1, you're like, damn, that would be a good toy.
Yeah. No. I honestly don't think we are done talking about X-Men 97 though. Actually, maybe we are. Yeah, we'll see.
I mean, on all honestly, with the hype around the series and how good it came out and the excitement around the toys again, it has that old, of course, 97's playing into nostalgia is super hard, but the hype around it, the welcome feelings, all the excitement around the figures, it feels a lot like how it was in the 90s with Toy Biz and like, oh, look, we got some new figures and they all give us that amazing, that nostalgic feel.
Yeah, I don't have kids, but if this was their gateway to Marvel, that to me is so amazing. You know what I mean? There's a lot of violence and stuff like that too, but if this show can then create a whole nother generation of like X-Men fans, that'd be awesome. That'd be truly awesome. And if they get into like comics because of the show, because like a lot of the stuff, especially after this episode, it forces you to be like, oh, who's that? Blah blah blah. I think that's the beauty of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I just had to run and go to the bathroom real quick, but I will say, Dan, that I played some of an episode for my kids, and my son, like, he's been playing with my Sentinel toys. So I don't have the HasLab, but I have one from No.Chewing and the Titan one too. Yeah. And yeah, like, whoa, Dad, there's. I'm like, yeah, is that the bad guy? Like, it was cool, like, getting to, again, they can name everybody. He's still more into the Pokemon, Super Mario, but yeah. He knows all of the daddy toys. Like, he can, so I'm starting to slowly get. And again, Spidey and his Amazing Friends is a great way where I'm like getting him into. But yes, X-Men is definitely, like, even with my middle school students, like, it's so. I saw a kid wearing an X-Men 97 shirt today. I'm like, when are you gonna watch the finale? He goes, oh, as soon as I get home. You excited for Deadpool Wolverine? I'm like, oh my god, it's my most anticipated movie.
Yeah. It's funny. So my son and I recently started rewatching the classic Masters of the Universe series on YouTube. They have all the episodes.
Yeah.
It's because I started buying the cartoon collection of those figures, so they look like more like how they looked in the cartoons. They could stand up straight, a little bit better articulation. So he's into it to the point where I think we binged like the first like 8 episodes, and so to that point, like, we were at Walmart the other day and he just really wanted a Cyclops figure. And so we got him a Cyclops figure. That's awesome. And so he has like a kid version of this one that I've been playing with off screen.
Oh, nice.
It's funny. My wife said it was really mean because I was like, do you want to watch the intro? Like, the song? And he's like, Dad, that's awesome. I was like, yeah, I wish I could let you watch all of it, but that's all I'm going to show you. And I told my wife, and she's like, that's really mean. And I was like, yeah, a little bit, but he's excited. He has enough context on what X-Men are just from those 30 seconds.
And you know what? I got to throw this out there too, Dan. When like getting into toy photography, I had been buying toys. Like, when I first became a teacher in 2005, I would go with my buddy all the time to go see a movie. Because we had it was the triple play card from Optimum. So we'd go to see a free movie every Tuesday, then go to Best Buy and buy DVDs, and then Toys R Us. And that's where I was buying all those Spider-Man classics and Legends. Nice. And that's what I was like started my toy photography with, the stuff that I had opened. So I remember like I was using the Spider-Man 30 points of articulation movie figures like early on, and the legends that got me back into like this is what toys are now was the X-Men Cyclops with the like the, is it the what is it? It's a retro carded Cyclops, but with the white X. That was the one that was like, wait, this is now? Like, what am I doing with these other ones? I want all of these new ones now. And then it was never looking back. So that was actually the very first, like,
I don't want to play with you anymore. It's all your old toys.
Kind of, yeah. Like, to the eBay.
I really wish one day if I could, I always joke with, like, the Disney folks, but it's like, you could create so many like shorts of like a Toy Story version of just like action figures. You know, they have like Marvel Legends and stuff like that. That'd be so cool, man. Like I would love to see just like a digital short on YouTube or something like that every like week that like shows some content of like a Spider-Man just chilling with like a Wolverine, you know, like after a kid goes off. That'd be so dope.
Oh, that'd be an amazing Toy Story short. It's like Andy's birthday.
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
got,
yeah.
like Wolverine, Cyclops, and they think they're real, and they're like trying to fight each other. And Woody and Buzz is like, wait, we've been through this before. But those core character traits of those two just button
Yeah,
heads.
yeah.
Oh, I love that.
And thank you, Maurice. It is the X Factor Cyclops. I was gonna say that. Yeah, but I went uncanny. But
And
yeah,
the
no,
orange
X Factor.
card, right? The orange card.
Yeah.
19 wave, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a great wave.
Oh, and he's like, would be nice to get the rest of the original X Factor team. There you go. I would take it. And look, Lou, what's going on, man? How you doing? So yeah, let's talk about some toy photography. So this is all over the
before we get there.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Is updating us. He just subbed, and we're apparently 3 away from 1K.
Yo,
so
come on, let's get 3. Come on.
That's awesome.
Let's get to 1K. Come on.
And yeah, and if you guys maybe didn't realize, this is like no more cross streams. We take criticism to heart, not even constructive criticism. We appreciate that. So yeah, this is just this is the only place to find us on Wednesdays. Toy Daddies is right here on the ToyPic community. So ready to rock and roll.
One last one, just
yeah.
loop on the Jordans. Yeah, he was playing.
Oh, that's
wait, he said I had a pair.
No, had a pair of Jordans.
Wait, hold on. Yes. It was 93.
Ooh. All right.
Dan, you were trying to say something.
Yeah.
No. I was just trying to make sure if there are any questions in the chat or anything. I always feel bad if like people put questions in the chat that we might have missed or anything like that. And if not, we could definitely go into toy photography.
There's only one more.
Okay.
Tom Charlton. It's getting late. Sorry, Tom. Question for Dan, if possible. Can you talk about the behind the scenes of getting Aunt May made? I love the figure and wanted for a while, but it must have taken some extra championing.
Yeah, I will say that that Aunt May character has been, and not even that version. I think originally the team really wanted to do a comic version of Aunt May, and yeah, there's just a lot of people. It's not just me, Dwight, and Ryan. There's a lot of people that influence character selections, honestly. And yeah, there was just an opportunity to do. I think I really pushed and I rapped really hard. I breakdanced really hard to get the animated version of Doc Ock.
Mm-hmm.
And so there was an ask for a 2-pack, and we proposed like, okay, maybe this is the type, because they got married in the comics and stuff like that, so there might have been a connection there. So it was natural. Once we got Doc Ock and got that green light, we were like, hey, let's try to sneak in Aunt May in there too. And I think Ryan was really pushing for that Aunt May, so Ryan got his wish on that one.
Dude, that was an immediate buy. I was like, when else are we gonna get on May in figure form? And she's up on my Spidey shelf smiling.
There's like 2 others in the last 30 years, so everyone had to jump on that one.
Yeah.
We're 2 away, so
hey, all right, everybody. Nice.
Diggs Figs asks, McFarlane Comics Spidey, is that possible?
From like a legal standpoint, is that the question, or just like
probably? I think that's what he's meaning. Probably, like in the stylized McFarlane.
Yeah, I think I don't think there should be issues with that, but I need to talk to the lawyers and just double check on that one.
Good answer. And I love retro store. Toy Daddies, no father figures. Oh, we try. Getting her. Oh boy. All right.
That'll be our After Dark show name. But funny enough, that's just when we're mean. So
we pull the Cyclops that walks out.
No, let's just get into number 10.
All right, here we go. So comic dad shots. All right, so Dan, I'm going to put you on the spot again. We like to say a little nice thing about each picture over here on the top 10, because again, just the stuff that people are doing each week. We're going to see a variety of different styles, and here we go. So, thoughts on this one? What's jumping out to you? What's catching your eye?
Man, I love this. I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time seeing the exact thing, but the combination, I just like the creativity of like Mando playing and riffing on a guitar. That's I would have never thought of that. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
this is amazing. I love this shot.
And Chewie, we're getting as close as we've gotten to some Bo-Katan in the back.
That's true.
Right? It's just, I mean, not quite, but as close as we've had.
So Dan, it started off since we critique, or not critique, we celebrate photos. Bokeh is that like blurred background aspect of photography and other things as well. So we're stupid, and we kept saying Bo-Katan, the bokeh, and so that's the running gag. But yeah, this is the closest we got to it.
There we go. And I really like her pose in particular, the grabbing of the leg, and of course, little Grogu hanging out in there.
Grogu.
But yeah, this is a really well done. So congrats, number 10, comic dad shots. And again, just like we always recommend, like please go check out these people. The easiest way always is to go visit the ToyPic community Instagram and go visit the Friday posts with the 1 through 5 and 6 through 10, because then everybody's tagged right there in the caption. And that's what I like to do, is go visit each page, go give them a follow, go check out their latest work. And yeah, so congratulations.
Number 9.
There we go. Got that robot voice going. Haywood Pop. So it was a more Star Wars.
Well, it should be. Last week was May the 4th.
That's that makes sense. Yes. Again, Dan, speaking of topical, checking the pulse, we see that a lot these days. We see that every week. What was really hitting, and of course, not long ago we had an influx of Gambit photos that made the top 10. But I'm very curious about this figure in the chat. If you can help us out with identifying, is this a hot toy maybe?
It's the Hot Toys.
I was going to ask. I couldn't figure out what figure this was. I was like, holy crap.
Yeah. I mean, that's only because what jumped out to me was that hologram. I don't think there's been anything in SHF or Black Series that's had that.
It's a 1/6 scale Hot Toys.
Okay, that makes sense. I was like, "Whoa, that's badass." Yeah.
And man, it's. I only have one. Although Chewie, my Groot is arriving tomorrow. My birthday Groot.
Oh, so, that converted quickly.
Yeah. Oh no, it was just it went up and now I'm getting it. It was in stock.
That'll inspire me to actually open mine or play with it.
We're gonna have to have a little. We'll have to do a little joint stream on it. But
Dan, do you have any Hot Toys?
I do not. I cannot afford Hot Toys.
No, dude.
I afford it from afar. You know, or I appreciate it from afar. You know what I mean?
This is the one.
Yeah. I have a Spidey. I have the classic game, like the classic suit from the Spider-Man game that I got last May during my birthday month, and now I got this Groot coming for my birthday month this year. So apparently, I'm turning into like one hot toy a year. I didn't mean for this to happen, and but yeah,
hot toys. It's okay.
Yeah,
Ryan always tries to convince me. He's like, "You got to at least have one." Like, you know what I mean, in the collection. And I'm like,
if you had to choose just one. Because you've seen some Hot Toys around. You have a sense of that flavor. You have favorite characters. Which would be your perfect Hot Toys?
Oh, man, that's too hard, bro. But it'll probably be something Spider-Man related, I think. It definitely has to be. But, yeah, I'll have to check out some of the new stuff that they have and get back to you guys on that. But, yeah, if I start getting Hot Toys, guys, man, my wife's gonna leave me.
No,
Dan said don't do it.
Yeah, it's so like I said, Dan, I have that one. It's over there, so I don't want to grab them right now. But that Spidey, the classic suit is beautiful. I love it. It's just like something to look at, like up on, like on the table. And if it wasn't that one, then it would have been the video game version with the white Spidey, and like I do enjoy that suit too. So that might be up there as like maybe my third. Which it's so funny because like when you're asking before about like Spider-Man costumes, I really that suit has won me over. I remember the first seeing the white spider. I'm like, oh, what is this in the first game? And then I love everything about it.
Yeah, there are so many suits from the PS5 games that, yeah, I'm really trying to see if there's an opportunity, maybe if there's demand for like any of those Spider-Man suits, you guys let me know.
I'm sure there is.
Chat. Yeah, throw in some of your favorite ones for Dan to take some notes, so he'll know it's there.
Just name them. I'll throw them into Google and we'll bring them up.
Yeah.
But that game is too good. There's like 100 different costumes, and
yeah.
none of them will really disappoint.
No, they're all good.
It's not Hot Toys, but Mondo X-Men has been tempting me hard the past like 6-7 months.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I see those images all the time, and I'm like, oh man.
And again, Rogue. We don't have enough Rogues, and that one's perfect. And then Civilian Wolverine in the animated style with the jacket.
With the jacket, yeah.
Yeah, that would be a good one. That would be a nice upcoming wave.
And they're a little cheaper than Hot Toys. You can get them for like $160, $180. So.
But yeah, going back to this shot by Haywood Pop, I'm super digging the motivated lighting from the hologram. And I like how it's reflecting off of Boba Fett's helmet there, and just all around on that one side, that's just really well done, well lit. Big fan of that. Anything else jumping out to you, fellas? Just outside of again, beautiful Hot Toys portrait, because that's the other part of it, is that like that Spidey, I don't like posing him too crazy, Dan. I'm very afraid of tearing the suit.
No, I got you. Yeah, I'll be honest with you guys. Any critique of photography, I have no standing whatsoever. So I'm just gonna say, like, Haywood Pop, like, this is awesome. I love the lighting too. But any critiques of it, I'm gonna leave it to you guys, man.
Oh man, if I ever sound like I know anything about photography, I probably learned it from 1/6 shooter. So
that's a rare point. That's really
right? True. Yeah. Here we go. So congratulations to number 9, Haywood Pop. Moving on.
Hold on.
Oh, my bad.
So, Machu said the 2020 Miles costume.
I have seen this one. Yeah.
This kind of like Tron looking one.
Yeah.
Also happens to be a Hot Toys. This one's nice.
That is nice.
That is nice. Neat. Oh, Chewy does not have a PS5. He can only enjoy through Google Images.
I know.
All right, here. It's okay. I'm not forcing you. We have Comic-Con. We've that's gonna be an expensive trip.
Did Mafex just announce a Rogue? Wow.
Interesting.
Damn it, Mafex. Damn it, $100 figures that look so nice.
All right,
number 8.
Here we go.
Number 8.
Ooh, is that, how do we say that? Is that do and I always apologize, everybody, when I get this wrong. Is it Duada's Collectibles?
Or Dudas?
Or Dudas Collectibles?
Dudas.
All right. We want to get the names right. We want to get the names right. Sometimes the first time I'm trying to pronounce it out loud.
I'm not even brave enough to try that, so good for you guys.
Hey, all we could do is try. We try to do our best. That's
That's what I'm saying, man. That's my handle, man. Just trying.
That's it. Yeah, no, that's why I appreciate you, man. But oof, this is another stellar Star Wars shot this week. Man, I'm really digging just even the editing of the lightsabers. That always blows my mind, because whenever I've tried, it pales in comparison to the stuff that makes it on the top 10. So, oof. That's why I stopped trying.
I love Star Wars fans because they're super passionate, and I love the Star Wars team at Hasbro because we work very closely with them, especially the fan team. But I'll be honest, I get so annoyed at Star Wars because like my little brother, who's like a son to me almost because the age gap.
Mhm.
Like I work at Marvel Legends, you know what I mean? So I would have assumed that like he likes Marvel. Motherfucker only likes Star Wars, and I'm just like,
Oh well, we're gonna have
it's
to
like I
have a
can get
word
him
with him.
wrong. He likes Star Wars and he likes Transformers. So it's like everything I don't work on for Hasbro. He's like, hey, how about you get me a Transformer? Or
Oh, and you're like, why don't you roll out of here? um,
Oh,
but
that's really unfortunate. But was it because you were super into Marvel that he chose like something different when he was growing up?
I think it's because of that, and also because when he was growing up, there was a point in time where the prequels were like super poppin', I think, and like he just kind of skipped Marvel for some reason. He also doesn't like to read as much, so when I try to like give him comics and stuff, he would not like read it, right? And he liked DC a lot more than because like for him, his gateway to like cartoons was like Justice League Unlimited and all that stuff too, which is
Oh,
also
yeah.
a great show. It's a great
Yeah.
show. You know what I mean? So I think he always liked DC a little bit more than Marvel anyway. So that's why.
Okay.
Oh, and he's your younger brother, so
Yeah.
so he missed like the part of the '90s that was
Yeah,
X-Men, Spider-Man.
he totally missed it. He totally missed that.
Those-
So he had the prequels, he had Justice League still going on. He
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
doesn't care for Batman the Animated Series, but he likes Justice League.
He likes Justice League, and he liked the only time he got into X-Men was the tail end of Evolution. Like X-Men Evolution, so that kind of stuff.
All right. Yeah, see, we did grow up at a special time, Dan, with that X-Men and Spidey. Like those shows, man. That was so definitive for
Cartoons, man, back in the day were so good, man. Not
Yeah.
even the Marvel stuff. It was just like everything. Like, did you guys follow Batman Beyond at all too?
Oh yeah, Batman animated series, Batman Beyond, like those were just core. Oh, that was everything. I can't tell you how often I've rewatched that. All of those.
You'll rewatch that Justice League episode when it's the epilogue.
Yeah,
and it's basically the true finale to Batman Beyond.
Yeah.
Oh, that one still hits hard.
I've gone back multiple times just to watch that episode because I own all that on DVD still. Hooray, physical media!
You're in your physical media.
But man, again, this is just a really spectacular shot, and loving everything about it. Just that editing is just something else. And again, really great motivated lighting with the lightsabers there. What's up?
I'm so sorry, guys. I forgot, but my dog Ninja.
Oh yeah,
She had like a medical emergency like a week ago, and so like we have to like be very prescriptive of when we take her out and like feed her and stuff like that.
Yeah, we
take her out and bounce, but I hope you guys hit 1,000K. Please, if you guys in the chat, please ask somebody to, sign up, get that 1K in there. And honestly, it's been a blast just talking to you guys. I'm sorry I can't go through all 10, but these photos look so dope. Like if this is number 8, man, I can't wait to see what is, you know what I mean? But thank you guys for having me, and I'm sorry that I had to bounce early though.
No. We were running along. This is what happens. We have a good time, all chit chatting about the toys, and so no, we totally understand, Dan. This is hopefully the first of many more conversations to come. So thank you so much for your time tonight, and definitely go take care of that doggy.
I appreciate it, boys.
All right,
take care. Peace
have
out.
a good one. All right, moving on, everybody. That was what a treat. Dan is awesome. But yes, congratulations, Duda's Collectibles. One subscriber away.
One more.
By the Jukebox Hero. Thank you for that announcement. All right, one more to go, baby. One more to go. Jay Shot's in the house. What's going on, man?
What's up,
All
Jay
right.
Shot?
Moving on.
Number 7.
Oh man, this is gonna be. Is that Proporitos Snaps Verse? Did I say that right? Paparitos?
Paparitos.
Again, trying to get the name right. Another Star Wars shot totally makes sense again with May 4th. You're right. That was that was one of the things that I thought was really fantastic.
We got it. Oh, that's so good.
Wow, year and a half. Everybody, that is awesome. Just so everybody knows, not that we're comparing ourselves to Mr. Beast, but it took him 5 years to hit 1K. I always like that to make that point because that's really cool. That's really cool, and that's in part to everybody that has been hanging out, whether it's been tonight or recently or the last 6 months, or you've been here from the beginning. That's really awesome. We really do love spending our Wednesday nights with you guys. This is very cool. So, whew. That's nice. It's like the monkey off the back. I mean, obviously it could fluctuate, but hopefully people stick around.
I know. Damn it, Yimbo, you couldn't let me have it.
No, we're enjoying this. We're enjoying it. We're enjoying it.
I appreciate it. Everyone in the chat, thank you so much.
That is neat.
It was really good.
That is neat. Ooh, thank you, Darth Primus. Thank you. All right. Yeah, thanks, Trev. Yay. Oof. That's it. I guess we'll have to stream another 4 hours and I'll just hate my life tomorrow. Oh, man. All right. No, that's very cool. Chewy. Toy.Father, you're not here. In spirit. Tickle.
It's like, come on, Chris, come back on. We will you back in.
There we go. Oh, boy. All right. So... Tom Chirlton, congrats, guys. Just discovered you today because of Dad, and this has been a nice time. I love that. That is really awesome to hear. Because there's a lot of wonderful people out there that talk about toys on the internet, and it's still, but there's a lot of people out in the world. So we just are happy that we have created a space that we can all laugh and, again, appreciate our time together. So, really awesome. So thanks, Tom. Machu, now do a marathon stream. Again, we're going to have to figure it out, Chewy. We'll have to figure out a little time for us to open that group up together. But yes, let's get back to our top 10. That is what we are here for. So number 7, I love this poster style. This editing is spectacular. I do eventually need to go back and give the show another chance, just because I was digging. I was like halfway through season 1 and then just kind of fizzled out. But that's just because of not the show itself, but my own level of Star Wars fandom.
There were more episodes in the series that, it felt unnecessary. But it's okay to have more versus less, I suppose, with Star Wars. Or I'm still in that mindset, growing up, we had 3. And then we had 3 more movies.
Right.
A series. And then, so the latter part of my life, there was a lot of Star Wars, but I still remember when there was almost no Star Wars.
It's true.
More is always welcomed. And I think those episodes that we didn't necessarily need led their way to episodes that are really remarkable.
Mm-hmm.
So, especially the end of season 3, I thought was very good. So,
yeah, we'll see. It's half of us have watched it all. But yeah, this shot is really cool, and just very propaganda-esque too. Or if you want to look at it another way, or just movie poster style. I just love the posing of this one. And again, just really, really well done editing here. And what are we saying here? Good Lord, I know we're going through the current top 10, but Tom Iafwatu just dropped a bomb. Oh boy. All right. We're gonna have to.
We'll look that up in a little bit.
Yeah, cue that up. Well, maybe that could be a little when we get through number 6, a little midpoint. We'll go check it out.
Number 6.
Speaking of number 6, here is Toy Tish. I actually just went through his page on my stream this past Sunday with hanging out with Cody, aka Too Much New Toys. So we had a blast, again, checking out some toy photography there because, again, we just love celebrating and getting the word out on all these wonderful accounts. And this is ridiculous. I don't know what's going on here outside of
the lightsaber going through a
The
dark
bruta-
Vader's head.
Yeah, the brutality. Yeah.
I mean, it looks really good. That's a very good scorch mark going through the helmet.
Yeah. Is that Cal? Is that Cal? Which figure is that, you think? From the video game?
Is this Cal at all?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. You're more of the Star Wars guy.
I don't know. I didn't play the video game. Like I have it. I played it for like a day. So I don't know if it's Cal.
All right,
I almost thought it was Sabine. But I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong.
Does Sabine have a green lightsaber?
She does.
Well, then it could be Sabine. I see some hair braids in there. But yeah, what obviously catches my eye, it's a great composition, but it's the glowing eyes, it's the lightsaber, like you said, the scorch marks. Just really well done. ToyTish, great account to go check out. Awesome stuff. And as Josh Brown says, oh, this shot is cool. It certainly
Absolutely.
is. All right, do you have IF Watu's bomb?
Yes. I want to say it's this. Josh Brown, correct me if this is not the bomb. I think it is. Look.
Oh, wow.
Incredible.
You better like that, Chewy. That's some...
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
It's only been 8 minutes.
Wow.
Wow, that's awesome.
That is... Yeah.
Oh, and he did this with the Mezco. Like, I assume he didn't actually punch holes through it, maybe?
No. But
still, incredible editing.
Jeez. Yeah, that stuff blows my mind. And that's another fantastic account. I have a Watu. Oh, man. Well, ToyTish, congratulations on coming in number 6. Again, great account to go check out and follow.
Number 5.
And now
Number
we
5.
have friends of the show. Another account that I actually just went through again on Sunday. Chava Fernando. He currently has a challenge going on that I wanted to remind people about of toys using in everyday settings, everyday life. So go again, check out his Instagram for the details. Then he's going to be doing either contest into a live stream. But yeah, in all of the fun. Oh, there it is. Toys being toys. Thank you.
So the rules are: take a toy photo of your figures interacting with real world objects. Follow him. Tag him in your post. Post it behind the scenes if you want, not required. Run it until the end of May, so May 31st. And then what he normally does is a live stream showing every toy pick that was submitted through this challenge sometime in June.
Yeah.
So for some examples, Pikachu enjoying some pizza, some Mario Kart action, Toy Story. Ooh. Very cool.
And again, just a lot of ways to have more fun with your toys. This picture is great. One of the last Star Wars, if not the last Star Wars, was from last year, the Randalorian challenge. And I did a Woody.
That was a year ago.
Yeah, I did that Woody with the alien in the book bag in this style. But here is an actual Luke and Yoda, and again Dagobah, right? And just, I love like this departure from his usual style. Really nailed the tones.
It's a very smooth atmosphere around the figures too. So well done there. I love the little specks that you can see kind of in the air. I always love that.
Yep. Of course, we have some answers from Chava. So for my May the 4th shot, I took these 2 figures, which I won thanks to a wonderful and awesome YouTube show you might have heard about, hosted by 3 handsome guys, Randalorian Challenge. That's to a camping site. I went with the family. When the kids were asleep, I ventured outside and took the pic. The place was gorgeous and had a certain Dagobah feel to it, although you can barely see anything in the final shot. I liked how the blue light ended up looking through, and how they're looking slightly above the camera and into the distance. Yeah, I'm into it. And then in terms of what's bringing Chava joy, as always, the feeling of camaraderie, the friends, the chats, collabs, and learning from each other. So, man, oh man, congratulations, Chava Fernando. Coming in at number 5. All right.
Number 4.
Mr. World Reporter.
Oh, yes, love it. Great.
This is literally, I can't believe we haven't had more of. We totally spaced on our. We got to get back into the challenges. That was something we were discussing prior to the stream. Thinking of ways again now that we hit that 1K. Again, thank you everybody. But yeah, like just getting back into some bringing back some old things, spicing things up in new ways, new challenges, new fun.
You guys want challenges? If you want challenges, like in the chat, should we do a challenge, like a photo challenge for like a month or however long?
Yeah. Because we have some ideas cooking. So, yeah, we're very excited. We feel just inspired, empowered, all of that fun stuff. Like, we're ready to rock and roll to help enhance both the ToyPic community over on Instagram and over here on YouTube. So, yeah, we're fired up, everybody. This is great. So, back to it. Mr. World Reporter. This is killer. We love the Legos. We love the Lego shots. And just another tremendously well done.
Nicely lit. Very good.
We do not have answers. That's okay. Mr. World Reporter. I mean, just again, really well done. What else is there to say? This is a gorgeous shot using Lego minifigs, and it's just awesome. Great editing, great lighting.
You know, since we don't have answers, we can just answer a question we see in the chat. Finn Cobb, speaking of Mezco, what about those cartoon turtles? Yimbo clearly has bought 430 sets of Mezco turtles, and
no, you would be incorrect. So, you know, like I was joking before, tomorrow is the 3-year anniversary of my very first Instagram live stream of Yimbo Buys Everything, where that's what it felt like, buying everything. And that's certainly not the case these days. And as cool as they look super neat. I do like the green. Yeah, you're going to pull it up now. I myself, and they still are, buy it now, huh? They are in stock and ready to ship. So, again, if you haven't checked out, obviously you guys are here, but if you haven't checked out my stream on Sunday nights, I have spoken about the fact that I would avoid the aftermarket. I had a very sneaky suspicion that we were going to see these turtle body molds again. So here they are. I personally am good on having my OG set, as we'll call it now. And it's really just because trying to be financially responsible. And I got hit with about a Mezco set of turtles in plumbing work today. So, yeah, I am passing. And I might end up kicking myself. This is what, usually happens when the sets come out and pictures start getting taken. But I really love my first set. So if you were somebody in the chat that was really licking their wounds about missing the first one, I would jump all over this. Like, for sure. Like, this is
absolutely
really cool.
Do not pay more. Like, some of those prices went nuts on the other set.
Yeah.
So this is a great alternative to that. I will say, for me, the accessories in the first set are superior, of course, but it doesn't take away from the fact that these are Mezco turtles, that they are, they are very appealing. If I made a decision today, it would be based upon these head sculpts, whether or not I buy or not buy.
True. Like, but
all of Raph's head sculpts and Mikey's head sculpts, spot on. Love all of them.
I wish the red still popped more on Raph. That's the one. Like, even on.
I can see that.
I want that to be a little bit brighter, just like it was a little bit more muted. And I wish that color popped more on my set, like our set, because you have it too. Mm-hmm. And yeah, like in terms of some of the other accessories, like I am happy that we have more what appear to be more soft goods than are advertised here. So who knows? I'm licking my wounds about buying a second set. All right, yeah. I mean, I just feel like the red could
I'll
be
admit,
redder.
I want these. I'm just trying to figure out, again, as we said before, trying to be responsible.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at these head sculpts, and this would be the determining factor if I buy or not buy. It's hard. It's very close to I should just buy them.
I know. And that's one of those things where, you know, I can already hear Machu telling us, like, I told you just to
I know.
get
I
them.
hear Machu's voice right now. Like, well, Drew, you remember Agent Venom? I'm like, you gotta remember Agent Venom, damn it.
I know. So, but yeah, like
maybe, you know, if these weren't in stock, I'd make that joke that I would just end up with them first, anyways. But all right. If we were gonna split this set and you got first pick, which Turo would you pick first?
I want. See, now, as much as this is where I'm not being, everything is always constructively critical, because at the end of the day, I love toys and I love these figures. And so even though I've made my case that Leo is my favorite turtle, I would want the Raph because I really like that kind of toothless head sculpt.
You made the same decision, because Leo would be the one I'd absolutely want normally. But in this case, I want Mikey. So
there you go.
Raph, I would go Mikey. Who would you go Leo next in
And
our
then
fictional draft?
in our fictional draft, then yes, I'd probably go Leo next.
And I'd be fine because I'd get Donnie. And look at that middle Donnie head.
Right.
That's so good.
And I'm just looking at that the last Leo, like the long face. Why the long face?
What, like Kermit look?
Yeah, I don't know. So they're really neat. It's a different, you know, obviously everything else about these figures is spectacular. As we've talked about many times, this set being a highlight of toys and action figures this year for us. So, yeah, I mean it is a hard one. But, you know, like we didn't cover our Toy Daddy 100, but I'm creeping up there, like very close, and I keep saying, like, you know, we got Comic-Con coming up, and there's just more to come, and it's still only May.
I know. Hey, you know, my toy spreadsheet, it actually evened off. I was very hopeful at the beginning of the year, going in hot, being like, I'm already at 30, and it slowed down, and I'm grateful for that. Josh Brown says, I think the sculpts lend themselves to the first set colors more. That said, still bottom. Good job, Josh.
Yeah.
Again, Josh Brown Customs. Go help him out. And Jay Shot says the greens, they're so cartoonish, they make me smile. Absolutely. This version does bring joy.
Yeah.
Josh Brown says the colors, his mind thinks smoother. And then John's also saying, no, we can't. We're above 1,000. I'm not swearing on the show. Responsibility. I'm in my villain era. Morris Phillips says, I want these, but I have too many pre-orders to pay for. Largely similar reasons why I missed out on the other set.
Well, if anybody from Mezco happens to see any of the streams that we do, I'll be happy to review a set, for the record. You know,
and then when you review it, we'll do the Turtle draft. And
there you go. There you go. So I'm just gonna throw that out. I'll materialize that, right? They send out review sets, right?
Do that?
I don't know, but I do talk about Mezco products quite a bit. I literally did 4 individual reviews on each of the original Mezco turtles.
Oh, and Josh Brown says he just happened to have sold his hiss. So
yeah, that would help.
Totally pays for it.
So, like I said, you know, like my money literally went down a toilet today that would have went towards this. So it's.
I mean, look at Mikey in the side eye.
I know it's still tempting that they're available. I'm kind of like if they're sold out, then I can just stop thinking cool about it.
Now Donnie has all the hands he needs. He's not limited to these ones.
Oh, because of the same. Yeah. 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 I know. They're neat. They're
They
cool.
are. They are. Come on, Yimbo. Let's split a pack.
Well, Machu said you can't split the brothers up. I don't know, man.
Villain error.
Yeah, Diggs Figs. Clear I lied to myself that the last set was the last turtles I'd ever buy. Yeah.
Diggs, I lied to myself too. Today, I hit up a Target on my way home. I ended up with the Samurai Astronaut 2-pack, NECA 2-pack. And then the other day, I got a Casey and the Footbot. And then, Pizza Club Mikey. So
I love that Casey. I love that Casey though. And that foot.
yeah. I have
business.
I should.
It's you're gonna like it a lot. But need heat to swap those arms. Just saying.
Yeah.
Diggs Figs. That's right. I still have to make Yimbo the loop effects. I know. I still need to make a reel where I argue with myself about buying. This might be the set. You're right, Diggs. This might be the set that I should do it. Let's see. Josh Brad, stay strong. Borrow someone else's for pictures. Yeah, I could borrow Machu's or J Shots. And Machu's yelling at me. Can't pull the sad card on this with me. I added you into the pile because I'm sad. I am not pulling sad Yimbo. No. Like I said, I'm literally playing with Raph right now.
He's playing with his turtle.
I have a set. I have a Mezco set. I'm happy for everybody that ordered them today. And I'm just encouraging people, like, if you can do it and you missed the first set, then jump on this one. And if you bought the first one and you can do it, then buy the second one. No sad. Look, do you see any sadness? We are at 1K, baby.
1K happy.
All right.
Let's move on.
Moving on. Wait, so how do you know that there's 126 left? What is going on?
Did 7 of you buy it that are watching right now?
But how does Ravat know that there were 133?
On it, when you add to it, it tells you how many you can order.
Oh.
So if
that's the max you can add in the card. That's very interesting. Interesting. I didn't realize Mezco does that.
Yeah, so 125 is actually the max right now. Someone just bought one.
All right. I'm still in my love affair with these guys. So I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be okay, guys.
Wait, I meant to say 6. Chewy meant to say 6 because he is the 7th.
Unless you want to do that turtle draft. All right. Enabling each other. All right. Here we go. Moving on.
Number 3.
Oh, buddy of ours, Henrock, 112.
What an incredible shot.
Yeah, breaking through the Star Wars fandom. And of course, we are still talking about Mezco with this awesome Spider-Man figure, probably with a head sculpt that he made and painted, if I had to guess.
Looks really good.
Yeah. Henrock, again, just continues to be absolutely mind-blowing with his work.
Is this a Machu custom? I'm seeing toe hinge.
Oh, boy.
The Mezco Spite doesn't have toe hinge, right?
No, it does not. That was one of the one of my constructive criticisms of that figure.
Oh,
that's a stock head, Machu's saying, but Mafex feet on Spidey. Oh, I forgot to do that.
Okay.
I keep forgetting about those feet. Okay. All right.
Everyone knows Henrock's feet.
Yeah, Josh, David Machu is good. Yeah,
it happens, Josh. It happens.
We know it. Hey, I just got my Ulanzi smoke machine. Machu beat me to that too. Smoke machine usage for a long time.
Oh, we can collab on that now too.
I know. I'm excited. Oh. All right, we have.
Oh, we should have Groot playing with the smoke machine.
That sounds wonderful.
And he's just smoking other toys. Other Groots.
I'm into it. I'm into it.
Baby Groot, spiteful like that.
So Henrock, the story of this is wanted to show how dark and gritty Spider-Man can be with this Mezco figure. Printed out wanted signs of Spider-Man and used Boomer 78 points of Articulations diorama.
Mr. Boomer.
And that looks like, if I had to guess, a Grime City phone booth too.
Yeah,
right there, sneaking in. And then what's making Henrock happy is watching you guys on stream is what makes me happy. Thanks, guys. Oh, well, thank you for gracing us with your awesome toy photos, Henrock, and your friendship and just all the good stuff. And his last appearance on a stream
Previously on
was
X-Men.
previously on X-Men with
He's a
Macho and
good part
J-Shot.
previously on X-Men.
Yes, he is. So looking forward to that next stream whenever we get to do that, because I missed the last one. You did too, and I would love.
It's hard for me on Saturdays. I always want to get there. I always listen to though. Normally, I'm next to the kids.
Fair.
But congratulations on breaking through. This is the only non-Star Wars photo that made it into the top 10 this week.
This was it.
Yeah, spoilers. Sorry, number 1 and number 2 are Star Wars.
All right. Macho, we doing Saturday? I mean, if we're gonna be doing it, that would be probably the day.
Yeah, that's not bad. Maybe I can actually do the Saturday.
I don't have to do 3 hours of yard work, so I shouldn't be as wiped out. And I did get to sleep for like 11 hours yesterday. Although tonight is already blowing through my low battery power right now.
Whoops.
All right.
Hey, we're celebrating Yimbo. 1K.
We are 1K, baby. All right. The Geek Cool. Oh, we've had the Geek Cool's pictures on because I feel like, again, this style of Lego fig, right? With the action, the craziness, we've had on a top 10 at some point, right? At least once other time. But yeah, this is I love the jetpack. I love the Mando jetpack. Anything with Baby Yoda makes me happy.
Absolutely. And it's fun. I love Legos are fun. Lego, sorry. There's no S. I'm always corrected there. It's Lego is just Lego.
How dare you? First question.
Right. It's fine now. I kept thinking about that on Sunday I was on Brick Something's show.
Mm-hmm.
And he was showing off some of the new features, some of the new AWOC stuff. So one of it is the anti-avian pack. So it's basically vulture wings with a jetpack.
Okay.
A net gun. So in my head, I kept trying to figure out how can I work that into the conversation. It's like, oh, the monkeys fly now.
Well, I am into it. I'm into this one. Again, really great composition. Loving the editing. And I think we do have some answers. Yes, we do. So I have great admiration for the group and is honored to be a part of the toy community, ToyPic community. About the photo, the intention was to pay homage to the Star Wars universe by bringing together beloved characters from different media and eras, but in a way that made the scene dynamic. Many characters, unfortunately, were left out, such as Darth Vader, Yoda, Boba Fett, Bo-Katan, Stormtroopers. But with great sadness, I had to opt for dynamism. Dynamism. Yes, that's how you say it. Recently, I've been challenging myself to create scenes with many characters. I've done this a few times with different versions of Spider-Man, but in the Star Wars universe, it was the first time, and I really liked the result. Other scenes and other characters will come. Good. Looking forward to it. And what's making the Geek Cool happy right now about toy photography today is the interaction, respect, and friendship between the artists. I've seen jealousy among photographers, and it's very sad. It makes everyone lose out. I always advise anyone who's starting to get inspired by great photographers, artists, and make their own versions of the scenes. I think the greatest richness in what we do is precisely the different interpretations and, of course, the true friendships we make along the way.
Well said. Mm-hmm. Absolutely agree.
Beautiful work. And that now leads us to, there you go, our number one shot.
Number 1.
Ta-da! This is... Are you even going to try to say this one?
It's either Jay-Z, HC, or...
Yeah, all right. Jay-Z, HC.
6669.
There you go. May the 4th be with you. I love, look at how great. What an awesome tribute to Star Wars Day. Those are all Hot Toys, right? What crazy editing here. Hot Toys got to be Hot Toys.
I am going to the page.
Wow.
I'll share the page too. Hold on.
Ooh baby, ooh baby. And again, this is another beautiful showcase of the different types of toy photos that grace the top 10. There's no one right way to do this.
For this photographer, I would have guessed the following would have been much higher based on what I'm seeing here.
Is it time to put up the bat signal? Send the community over, show some love?
I think people should go and visit JZHC 669 because some of this work is brilliant. Seriously, give this photographer a follow. Yeah, this all looks like Hot Toys.
Okay.
Which is just beautiful. I should like these along the way.
I really love. I can only imagine anybody that has like experience, like more experience in the chat with Photoshop and things like that. Just the fact that there were so many different like pictures that would have had to been used and taken, and all of them stunningly lit and shot and then pieced together. Ugh.
Do you think this actor actually signed this helmet? Or do you think it was imposed? It looks like it's a real signature.
I don't know. Machu makes a good point. It's something to consider because you can always swap it out. But yeah, trying to, because Wade Create probably pronounced JZHC. That would help. Again, you know, in terms of depending on what your goals are, of course. But, you know, like we do share our stuff publicly, there's, of course, a little bit of hope that, you know, I'm assuming that people will see it and enjoy it. So, you know, not that you need to be your own brands. You don't have to be your own Yimbo or Chewy, but having something that rolls off the tongue will help.
I mean, he's doing just fine. Look at this photo for JZHC Sideshow. Thanks for tagging us in your Stormtrooper picture. We love it and would like to feature in our customer gallery.
Boom.
So he's not hurting, but still,
yeah.
Let's go visit this photographer.
Again, all of this is being said out of love, no criticism whatsoever. Like, this is just offering suggestions as dudes who have been trying to grow channels and pages the last 4 years.
I mean, I'll be honest. You know, I always make light of it, but No.Chewing does not sound like a toy photographer or a toy fan. It sounds like a fitness program.
But that's why it works so well when you have chips and trips. It all goes together.
Mm-hmm.
See, it was all meant to be.
I can't wait for the next road trip to Jersey.
I can't wait. I miss you guys.
Maybe next time we can next con we can convince Dan Yoon to come hang out. Go to a New Jersey toy show.
That sounds good. Oh, dude, I'm totally, now that I know Dan is like somewhat local, I'm totally hitting him up and sending him like once a month messages like, "Hey, bud, what do you think about going to the Wayne Toy Show? Hey, toy show in hell, yeah, but you want to go visit me and Machu in Woodbridge?" I'm just gonna start hitting him up now.
Like, "Hey, Dan, it's your best friend Yimbo."
Oh boy. Well,
again, beautiful photo, great gallery of work. Again, makes me want more Hot Toys. So, not happy. Just kidding.
Well, dude, when I say we did it on a few different levels. We made it through this wonderful top 10. We had a spectacular hangout with Dan, and we did it. We crossed the 1K mark, and it feels really good, everybody. It feels really good.
It feels incredible, and I can't express my gratitude enough. It feels awesome. It's super vain, but I love it. I appreciate it, and we made it here, and it's great.
Hey, we can still appreciate the fact that regardless of all of those things, like we truly love and love getting to do this, that you guys, not just people, but like you guys want to hang out with us this whole time of us talking about toys. Anybody that catches the replay, greatly appreciated. And but yeah, like, there is that little bit of like, it's a lot of effort and energy that goes into it, and it is definitely nice to cross this first or check this first box next to this big milestone. So it is awesome. Yay.
Thanks for reminding me, Messy. If you would like, we'll do a fast pass tonight. Hashtag 1K. More fast passes for people that aren't aware. Features on the ToyPic community. Any photo you'd like. And otherwise, you could pass it forwards or whatever.
Yep. Just a little way of saying thank you for hanging out with us live in the chat. Again, tell your friends, tell your fellow toy photographers if they don't know. We have, again, the three of us are super pumped up to bring you more Toy Daddy and ToyPic community content throughout the week over on Instagram, over here on YouTube with shorts and video ideas. So, yeah. This was a good, highly motivating night. So
yeah, it's been a great night, Yimbo.
So good. And ToyFather sent us a while ago, but he was no, he didn't get back to us with yours, I don't think. Let's see. No, he didn't. But he was very appreciative for again, sharpening his axe, because it goes both ways, everybody. We just try to put good energy into the world, and we're serious about like doing what we can to put smile on people's faces, because we would like to live in a world where more people may actively try to do that. like genuinely, but it's reciprocal, and yeah, the smiles have been put on our faces tonight, so in more ways than one. My cheeks hurt.
It's excellent. I have this banner. I always forget that this banner was created. We don't need this banner anymore.
We do not. We did it, and that was our goal by Comic-Con.
Hey, what's making you happy, Yimbo?
This was just a great night of friendship, fun, and figures, and that's all we can ask for. So no, this was great.
Friends, fun figures, friendship, family, fun figures.
That's right. And now I just can't stop playing with my Mezco turtles because I refuse to have FOMO. I have.
Wait, that's how. My cheeks hurt.
Which cheeks? The ones on my cheeks, my cheeks, my face cheeks, my facial cheeks. Oh God! All right, witching hour.
All right. I'm gonna press the button. Again, it's a fast pass feature. So you guys know how that works. Message me. Whoever wins, message me your photo. Click on the button.
Hey!
Perfect.
Wonderful. All right, Wade. That is awesome, dude. That makes me happy too. I mean, I would have said that for whoever got it tonight, but that's Wade. It's always nice when I don't know. It's just awesome. Congrats, Wade.
Yeah, love it.
Very cool. Oh, so a night of congratulations. Yeah, man. I don't know. These cheeks hurt.
All right, Yimbo, do you have a guest lined up for this Sunday?
This current Sunday, no. I think we're gonna. I have to figure out. So I want to shout out the anybody again in the Jersey, New York area. This Sunday, May 19th, is the Chubsy Wubsy birthday party over.
That's right.
Yeah. So this weekend, I'm trying to figure out what we're gonna be doing. If we're having a pizza night Friday, I meant to text neighbor Dan. or going to my parents on Saturday, or doing some family things. But Sunday, I want to meet up Machu and Jay Shot. I'm assuming my boys are going. Our boys, our collective boys.
Jason, what's going on? Thank you for joining us. We're just wrapping up right now.
That worked more or less.
Ryan High. We had Dan Yoon from the Marvel Legends team on earlier on the show. We did the top 10. Enjoyed everyone in the chat. And we crossed our milestone with 1K subs.
Yes, sir.
Ryan High.
So anyway.
Absolutely. Shout out to Chubsies and Mrs. Whoopsie.
Yep. So that's going to be Sunday. And then, so it might just be, it might
your pile of loot.
Yeah. See, he's got my pile of loot. So, I don't even know if I'm necessarily going to be buying toys on Sunday because I'm technically buying a stack of toys from Machu. But Sunday could very well be another night of our core group of bros, some Sentinels, some ToyDaddies, maybe some Cody appearances. So, yeah, it might just be our usual little friend crew over there. And like I mentioned to Dan before, my goal is for this week's review is the Sabretooth and Wolverine 2-pack. And I'm super pumped because thanks to the collab where Cal and Alexander the Great already posted theirs, I have actually some nice toy photography that I took for it, which, sometimes I don't always get to do, but I was able to knock out some setups because that's just it's a fun set. It's a fun set to play with.
Absolutely.
Yeah. How about you, Mr. Chew?
I'm not.
No appearances.
I might be on your show on Sunday.
That sounds good to me.
Shoot me the link. I like to drop in late.
Yeah.
Potentially previously on X-Men on the Machu Toy YouTube channel.
That's right. That's another thing we just talked about. So yeah, some more potential streams coming up.
And Yimbo, are you going to post your photo in the collab?
Yeah, I know. Well, that's the thing. Yeah, I have 2 different photos to post. I always feel guilty when I can't get back to like comments right away. And then share the love because it's always about like just. So yeah, I have 2. I have 2 to go.
I mean, I haven't, but I've been on the show. But we have this awesome collab between us and the boys from Between Two.
That's my picture. With the D Blake Make signs. Again, treat your shelf. Treat your shelf, right. Everyone.
For those that aren't aware, D Blake makes these fantastic signs. Ooh, he's up to stuff. Oh, he's doing another show this weekend, I think. Yeah, absolutely. He does great work. Oh, so.
I feel like he might make an appearance on Sunday at Chubsy.
He might.
Oh, I think I'm going to take the Mezco turtles to work. I never want to bring Mezco figures as pocket figures, but I have a little case for them.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if all else fails, there's 114 of the animated version in case something happens.
True. But yeah, I think I'm going to bring them.
Messi says, I wanted to say, you guys are a big inspiration. Without you guys, I probably wouldn't have started toy photography.
Aww.
The joy from you guys definitely inspired me, and my life couldn't be better. Messi, that's super cool. Thank you.
That is really awesome. Thanks, man.
Jason says, congrats. Thank you. And then Machu clarified, pile of loot. I mean, junk in the trunk.
Mezco, remember, there's 114 left in stock. I would like some credit for how many just were purchased during our stream, and maybe send me a review sample.
I'll just take one turtle. I will take Mikey. If I had to choose one, I'll take Mikey.
All right, that's fair. That's fair.
Oh no, we're at 112. Wow, it's actually moving.
Well, I'm just saying. Once again, it's so Mezco might. I can't quit them. I love them too much. They might not love me back, but sending me a review sample.
I will say.
Now I'm just being obnoxious. I apologize, everybody. I'm only screwing around.
I am loving him more. So he's been sitting on my desk for about 2.5 weeks now. I've just been playing, like working the articulation during meetings,
getting him loosey, getting him a little looser. I know he was.
The waist is still very. Even after 2 weeks, I feels like it's
still that original. There's definitely like a point in time. Rumble Society was always had like a nice looser buck, Gomez, Vapor, but with the superheroes, there's definitely a point of, I don't know. For me, it's still like probably Superman is like, oh, this is a totally different feeling in terms of their bucks, you know?
But I am enjoying them. Like
Good.
the upper half, very well done. It's just that that waist. I'm still trying to work it. And I
baby.
am the current TPC champ. Mashi, when is the next Toy Tuber Wrestling night? And Finn Cobb said, and since I brought it up, but ... So you're keeping me in suspense, Finn. Must know.
Unless he was teasing me.
Oh, fair enough.
Which he may have been.
So we'll be back next week. We are going to try to line up a guest, perhaps.
Yeah, well, I've been each week, depending on if we have somebody definitive, we've been hitting up Wade, aka Unparalleled Universe. So he has been doing a great job on his streams too, showcasing various toy photographers on his Tuesday and Friday night streams. So he's going to be an awesome, guest to have on here, talking both compliments and shit about our top 10. So yeah, we're still trying to lock him down, and that's always a potential. And then we also have another number of people, just like how the Dan interview kind of materialized in the last few days, right? Mm-hmm. So yeah.
So let's work on next week. We'll try to get Wade if we can. I'll hold off from inviting any further guests for this week, and then we'll pick it back up for the following week. There's 2 or 3 more names I'm working on right now.
All right.
One of which is a really interesting person in toy. I'll leave it at that. Very interesting. Someone that we haven't had like him on this show before.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that means, but
it's aloof. It's aloof.
I'm into it.
Finn Cobb said totally kidding. And then Wade Crate says, thank you, fellas, for an awesome show, and congratulations on the 1K again. Bring back Dan sometime. He was pretty cool. He was great. Always awesome hanging. Chat. Have a great week, fellas. Absolutely. And then, yes, let's post tomorrow. And Jason, yeah, I think this guest will be really unique, and we haven't heard him in the talk in the community often. So it'll
interesting.
Be awesome.
You have my interest peaked, Chew.
Absolutely. Otherwise, just like to say thank you. We're super pumped about the 1K, and we'll keep going forward with this newfound energy and excitement. And more fun stuff is in store.
We've got some ideas. Lots of ideas brewing.
Awesome. Have a good night, all.
Good night, my toy collectors, photographers, and more. We had some fun tonight, but we're out of pictures to explore. We thank you for your time. It was nothing but sublime. Though it's time to go to bed, don't be filled with dread, because next week we'll be right here. Your Toy Daddies will appear to bring you joy and laughter every night and here on after.